It's going to be completely unpredictable. It is going to deliver everything we want at each end.
All right, guys, this is the NASCAR Cup Series South 400 live race reactions. This is the first race of the round of 8. This race will determine if one of the drivers can lock into the championship or with a win. So, yeah, I'm excited for this one. It should be a great one. I really enjoyed the race from the spring. So, just see how this one goes. All right.
Time to take a look at today's starting grid, brought to you by South Point and Denny Hamlin. The number 1 seed in the round of 8 is the number 1 man on the grid. And by the way, that's his first Vegas pole. Chase Briscoe, his teammate,
Denny looks really good from qualifying. So.
And Chase Elliott, row 3. All playoff drivers, top 5 positions. William Byron is there, and alongside his teammate Kyle Larson, Bubba Wallace, and his teammate Tyler Reddick. They make up row 4. Back to row 5, Joey Logano, defending series champion. This was a big moment in that championship quest here a year ago. He shares that row with Clay Gibbs, Chris Buescher, and Alex Bowman on row 6. And we wind our way back to row 7. Very good qualifying from Shane Van Gisbergen. He starts alongside Ryan Blaney. As we check things out with Kimmy Kirk. Kim?
I think Ryan Blaney left yesterday's practice feeling like they had some work to do. They did take it a little conservative in practice because Vegas has bitten Ryan in the past. So one of the goals was to have a clean car at the end of Saturday. They did that. They'll start 14th. Richard Jonathan Hassler said he has no doubt they can break into the top 10 to earn stage points, a main objective for the team here today.
Thanks, Kim. Going back to the starting lineup in row 8, Ross Chastain, a hot streak here. Top 10 in the last 4 races. Ryan Preece looking to improve on that third finish in March. We're back in row 9. We have Daniel Suarez starting next to Michael McDowell. Back in row 10, Eric Jones, driver from Legacy Motor Club. He'll start next to A.J. Allmendinger. Back in row 11, Cole Custer next to the 22-year-old Carson Postmark, the 77 car for Spiral Sports. Zane Smith, Ricky Stenhouse back in row 12. Zane Smith looking for a bounce back after that flip in Kansas. Row 13, Austin Dillon to the other Legacy Motor Club car of John Hunter Nemechek. Row 14, we see Justin Haley. In Las Vegas native Noah Gregson back in his hometown for the race. I was excited, he said, when he returned. Back in row 15, Josh Berry and Todd Gilliland. How about you, Dylan Welch?
Well, Steve, everybody wants to do well today in Vegas, and if you look at the stats, this entire round of the playoffs seems to bode well for Kyle Larson. Had the best average finish on these 3 tracks of all the playoff drivers when we raced them in the spring. His crew chief, Cliff Daniels, though, says, that's nice, but it doesn't really matter. Today, the important thing is to react, read the room, have the best day we can. Simply put, they just want to go race today. These guys are champions for a reason. They know how to get it done. They're unfazed by the challenges that lie ahead today and the next 2 weeks. Good stuff, Dylan. Let's finish up the grid for you folks before we drop the great Austin Cindric. No longer in the playoffs, unfortunately, for the team. And driver shares that 16th row with Kyle Busch, the 2009 winner here on his home track. Then we got Riley Herbst and Brad Keselowski on row 17. Let's see what the 3-time Vegas winner can do. Ty Dillon, Cody Ware, row 18. And then back to the final, row 19. J.J. Yaley and Catherine Legg is back. This is her first start in a cup car on a 1.5-mile oval. Harvey, what you got?
Joey Logano starts this round minus 24, the largest deficit to start the round of 8 in playoff history. And so Paul Wolf told me this weekend, I'm going to call races accordingly, meaning I feel like we have to win one of these next 3 races. Logano certainly has had success here at Vegas in the past, but Paul Wolf told me that last run of practice yesterday, speed-wise, was as good as we've ever been here at Vegas. Can he pull off the Vegas magic? one more time and be the first team to punch their ticket to Phoenix? We'll find out in a little bit.
Getting close to race start. Steve likes the look of William Byron. Here's pre-race pep talk.
All right. Looks like we're going green this time.
Let's show what we're made of here. Feisty, fiery, ready to go. I do like that 24, but I will tell you, all the playoff cars were so good in practice. It's going to be so
Yep, here we go.
Everybody wants good luck, good fortune when they come to Las Vegas. Well, you're going to need more than just good luck here today to guarantee yourself a spot.
And green flag is out.
The South Point 400 on a sunny day here in Las Vegas. Let's go. Good start, Denny Hamlin from the pole position.
Let's go.
And he's got two of his teammates right behind. Organization up front, Joe gives racing cars first, second, third. Will they play nicely? They do. They stay in line to try to get the momentum. This corner easily wide open on restarts. It's all about who can push down the backstretch. Briscoe looks for that inside run. Chase Briscoe. He believes that he can go all the way, not only just to the championship four. He said, if you can get us to Phoenix, we can win the whole thing. I said, push. Briscoe scoffed at my suggestion of pushing a teammate. It pulls right out and goes by to 19. Very impressive. See that little bit of bottoming out of the back of the 20? That's the rougher end down there in 1 and 2. Cars will be able to hitting the racetrack. Drivers talk all the time about the bumps in 1 and 2. Look at that green Camry on the inside, the black and white mobile for Christopher Bell. We spoke to him pre-race. He's ready to make amends for what happened last year. He was on the charge, chasing Joey Logano down at the end of this race, and he lost by just 0.6 of a second. This is the road to redemption. He wants that win. He's never won in trucks, in Xfinity, or Cup here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Bell, you heard the excitement on the radio and talked about multiple lines. What perhaps he didn't mention, but I will, is just the raw speed. We saw practice, but that's very single file. When you put him out here 2x2, is Byron with a power move around the outside of the 20. The speed really shows up in this racetrack. Two JGR teammates, two Hendrick Motorsports teammates. Here's a different look for Kyle Larson, that black and gold Zach Brown band car. Yeah, coming to the Sphere this winter. It's another amazing attraction out here in Las Vegas. There's something for everybody. I love this look. 3 and 4, smoother end on the front bumper. The Hunt Brothers Pizza on board of Joey Logano. Let's listen to the throttle and just how much throttle he uses. It's unbelievable. Now the battle for third is heated up between
Elliott and Byron side by side.
Chase Elliott, William Byron.
Chase Briscoe currently has the lead.
And you heard it, that very spirited pre-race pep talk from within the 24 can.
Ooh.
Battle back from Chase. He stayed on that right rear quarter panel. It just looks feisty, doesn't it? Yeah. Like, everyone knows you have to get going. Honey, tell us more.
Yeah, you saw Denny Hamlin lose the lead to his teammate Chase Briscoe fairly quickly, and there's a reason for that. It was Hamlin on the radio just seconds ago.
I couldn't get it in the fifth.
Interesting scene. He couldn't get it in the fifth gear. He's watching the battle behind those good racing cars. So how much would that slow Hamlin down if he couldn't quite get it in the fifth gear on the start?
Well, it's very, very difficult for a car to accelerate without these clean shifts, a sequential gearbox. So really, any more of these drivers don't even have to flip the throttle. You just pull back on the lever and it goes through. So for me, it definitely will slow the car down. My bigger concern is this a nagging issue that will continue throughout the rest of the day? Jeff Burton has joined us up here in the booth. Jeff, we don't hear a lot of shifting issues anymore with this sequential gearbox. Hopefully, it's just a standalone issue for the 11.
Yeah, you hope so, because on restarts, that could be a big detriment. If Denny has to pause for just a second to make sure he gets it in gear, that means he's lost some momentum, and that could be a problem, especially in a late race restart.
And that pass happened on the backstretch. I assume, you see him in fifth gear on the telemetry right here. Right? That's how they run the entire lap. No real shifting here, I don't think. But on the initial start, you probably don't even get high gear until the exit of turn 2. Not even all the way out of the throttle right there. Denny Hamlin is in a club of one as far as the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs. This is his 19th appearance in the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs. Is this going to be the time, his time, the year where he goes to the championship 4 and finally becomes a Cup Series champion? Well, he started today's race as the number 1 seed in this, the first race in the round of 8.
Hope so. I'll pick Danny to win the championship this year. This is the most confident I've been since 2019.
59 career wins. Just remarkable. I know he's always set 60 as his goal. I believe he's going to have to see 60 to answer your question, Dip, right? If you want to make the championship 4 and believe you're going to leave this year as a champion, you're going to have to win either in this round or that championship race.
Let's talk more Hamlin with Marty.
Yeah, Lee, the one thing is for sure, you cannot question Denny Hamlin's attitude or his effort here at the round of 8. In fact, this week they did 7 hours of collective sim for an oval. Denny Hamlin never does that much sim for an oval. And Chris Gale was a little surprised because before the first sim session, Denny showed up with a list of 20 questions about things of how they can improve. And then at the end of it, he asked Gale, what can I do? How can I be better to help us as a race team? Jeff, you know it. When you're a driver and you show that level of commitment and that level of being locked in, and you can tell Denny Hamlin feels like his championship moment could be right now, and he has to capitalize.
Yeah, Marty, I also think when you add the age of Denny Hamlin into that, he's still willing to look at himself and say, how can I be better? Right? He's not just taking the stance and said, hey, at 44 years old, I already know everything. I know what I'm doing. You just need to build me a better race car. He's willing to participate in trying to become a better race car driver. Because, Steve, you can change all the springs and shocks and do all these things, but if a race car driver can find you a little speed, there's magic in that.
Absolutely. Magic for sure. And with this car, there are drivers that have had to change their style to suit the car. It's great to see a kind of an old dog learn those new tricks, right? Not afraid to change.
Back to this fight going on between Chase Elliott and his teammate William Byron and local driver Noah Gregson doing well here at his home track.
Yeah, it really is. He's picked up a lot of spots since the start of the green flag. Left 9 spots he's picked up. So, a really good additional start for Noah Gregson. It's got to feel good in front of your hometown crowd, putting on a good show.
Well, he got the week off to a good start because he was one of the participants in Brendan Gaughan's celebrity blackjack tournament.
Down to 0.2 seconds.
The race leader, so that was pretty good.
Yeah, third time's the charm. Third time in the event.
Going to the inside.
He wants something in blackjack because I did.
Side.
Teammates getting closer now. Hamlin's putting the pressure on Briscoe. Let's go for a ride.
Hamlin's definitely a little bit faster. Little cat and mouse game right here, trying to guess where Briscoe is going to go. He does not want to follow him. He wants to get a little bit more clean air. Briscoe knows that. Briscoe this time to the very bottom. I think as this continues, I think what you'll see Denny Hamlin do is he'll enter a little bit higher. If Briscoe's going to run the bottom, then enter a little bit higher. Give yourself, there you go. Give yourself a little bit of cleaner air. Let's see if you can make this work. Kind of build some momentum on corner exit.
Yeah, you're going to see not only the momentum and the draft come into play as that 19 grows out the front window on board the Toyota Cam of Hamlin. Oh, I like this even better. He's going to give you the bottom, the shorter way, and the clean air.
Briscoe saw him run the top in 4, so he said, all right, I'll take that from you over here.
Jeff, you're a 2-time winner here in Vegas. What did you love most about this place?
I love this racetrack because it is a 1.5 miles, but it is a very unique 1.5 miles. It is low grip. Tires come off the race car pretty quickly. They get very difficult to drive.
No complaints, man. I'm writing it down in Sharpie. I didn't hear that a whole lot as a crew chief. Yeah, that must be nice to hear.
Good start for the JGR Toyotas. Briscoe leads the way.
And business vehicle are all protected with Progressive. Nice. It gets a bit overwhelming running a business and a family. Oh, it sounds like someone could use a vacation. A what? A vacation. Like taking a break from the stresses of life and work. Or like when I'm logging everyone's hours so I get to sit for a while. No. Or like when I'm making a delivery in my van and a song comes on that I like. No. So like when I take my work van to the car wash and it's all quiet in that tunnel for like 5 minutes. No, it's like when you go away and you take pictures and I don't know, I've never been on one either.
Dinner time is going to be easy tonight. Wings to go for game time.
They say patience is a virtue. I say game's on in 15 minutes.
Which is why we got to go. It's to go time. I'll go start the car.
When it comes to your wireless plan, don't settle for less. Get more with a free 5G phone and real unlimited data from Straight Talk. More ways to connect. Stream the last lap of the race. And when you spend less with Straight Talk, you can get more moments to yourself by getting something for them. Switch to Straight Talk and get a free 5G phone on us on America's most reliable 5G network. Straight Talk, official partner of NASCAR. Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart.
There's a method to all this motorsports madness. A reason we do all this shifting, marching, and battling over a bottle of champagne. Harness this, and put it in that, so you can feel like this. Now you're up to speed. You win? $7 for a coffee? Nah. How about Sonic Salted Caramel Toffee Iced Coffee with cold foam for only $2.99? It's the fancy without the pricey. Better yet, try it for free with any purchase in the Sonic app.
Let's meet the starting lineup for Team NBC and Peacock. Fred Theodore. What's happened at 6'9"? Tracy McGrady. Yo, there's a high Fizz. Jamal Crawford. That's my team. Carmelo Anthony. Are they even going to intro us? And Reggie Miller. NBA tip-off, October 21st. Only on NBC and Peacock. Are we supposed to play them?
Nice start for the driver of the 19, the Bass Pro Shops tracker Camry. Chase Briscoe has led all 21 laps thus far. And he's gapped his teammate, Denny Hamlin. I want to play some really interesting audio for you inside the 11. Have a listen. A very dirty shift. You saw the hand come off the wheel. That should be just a flip. But you heard it was like 2, maybe even 3 little flips where he had to probably work the pedal and the lever, and that was all the momentum loss needed for the 19 to get by. It cost him the lead. And so now, like we talked about before, how do you deal with this? Like, does Denny have to now, just be very, very sure that he's got it in gear and kind of slow everything down a little bit? Or a bigger concern is something that would get worse. Think about 2 weeks ago in Kansas when he almost won the race. He had that power steering issue. Now here, maybe some gearbox, maybe some shifter issues. Marty, let's talk about non-playoff drivers, and the man leading that group is in 6th, Tyler Reddick.
I was going to say, if you're looking for a non-playoff driver to upset the playoff driver heavyweight battle today, Tyler Reddick's got to be near the top of the list. Eliminated last week at the Roval by just 12 points. He did not make it to the round of 8, but as you ride on board with the Xfinity onboard mobile camera right there, terrific shot of the spoiler cam. That's what Reddick will take advantage of today. You'll notice the traffic starting to migrate up a little bit here at Las Vegas. That is where Reddick is at his best. So as laps go on, that 45 should just get a little bit better, Dylan.
Jordan paint scheme looks fire. Off course. Bubbles in touch. Hey, 2311 Racing's having a top 10 performance currently.
At the front of the field too. Their balance at the start of this race was a little bit off. Bubba has done a good job to move around and find a window that works for them right now. They stabilize and run the 10 spot.
Well, Dylan Tygett still looking for his first top 10 in a mile-and-a-half track this season. A little surprising. When I mentioned that to Coach Tyler Allen, he said, look, the beginning of the year, we were lacking on performance on intermediates, but recently we've been running top 10, and then we've had something go wrong. So we have to race now, but we have to put together a full race. Right now, the team is coaching Ty on the shapes he's making into the corner, telling him he needs to be making a little bit more rounded entry into one.
A little more rounded entry into one. What they're trying to get him to do is just stay against the wall a little bit longer. Wait until you get to the bottom of the racetrack a little bit longer to try to improve your arc on corner entry.
So yeah, they're on board Christopher Bell. And that's Kyle Larson, the 3-time Vegas winner. Down on that low line and able to execute the pass effectively. Look at this. Denny Hamlin under pressure and loses second place to William Byron.
As we get late in this run, the fastest lap of the race was like a 29.4 for the 19 of Chase Briscoe. last lap of 30.80. So a second and a half of grip loss in these tires. This stage will require a green flag pit stop. I think we're only about 6 or 7 laps away, and that might be what we're seeing on this 11 is just some fall off. So overall grip or balance challenges. Continues to me, it looked like the 11 grip. No rear grip. The 11 of Denny Hamlin and the 20 of Christopher Bell. Those Toyotas, those Joe Gibbs cars. Both of those are falling back a little bit. They've lost speed as these tires have got some age on them.
52 laps to go in this first stage. Pit stops coming up. Stick around.
It's ritual. That small thing that keeps us focused.
A habit we never skip to clear our minds and elevate our performance.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game? To drown out that self-doubt and support your mental health. Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mind and your mental health.
Discover the resources that you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health priority.
Buy one Sonic Smasher and get a free large drink in the Sonic app this month only. That's one hand-smashed Angus beef Sonic Smasher plus a free large drink when you order in the app. It's the QB1 of burger deals.
Turn right.
This is how you make crispy Korean fried chicken.
Wi-Fi speeds as fast as home, even when you're on the go.
So there I was, scrolling eBay.
When I saw this,
Still in the box. It's like the exact same one my mom wore.
this whole time it was right there on eBay.
Millions of finds.
Very green flag pit stops. I see Reddick coming out pit road.
Chevy makes
Hamlin just lost third to Byron, or second to Byron, I mean.
like the rugged Colorado.
So far, I think this race has been good. Well, I know it's just the start, but
Silverado
it's
1500.
been a good start.
The powerful Silverado HD. And the uncompromising Silverado EV. With the off-road ready Trail Boss family, dependability comes standard. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Takers on pit road, Joey Logano, Kyle Larson, Tyler Reddick, all making their first stops of the day. Here's Dylan Welch. Dylan? Kyle Larson will be one of the first to make his stops on the screen. Said he was a little bit tight. They were free in practice, or at least got it on the other side of that balance. Small chance he goes on the 5, Marty.
Good first wave of playoff cars coming to pit road. Joey Logano said it just felt like I lost overall grip as the run went on. Said the car was bottoming out early in the run as well. Paul was going to make an air pressure adjustment, trying to help his drivers out. 46 to go here in stage 1.
This race a year ago featured a lot of issues on pit road. This team, though, did not have any in the spring race.
Yeah, finishing up their stop, William Byron tight on the bottom. He said overall, though, pretty good in terms of balance. You see Ryan Blake right there. He said loose right in the middle, forcing him to run the bottom. He has to be tightened up one number, Marty.
Denny Hamlin at the very front end of pit road. You saw the car fall off on the longer run. That's what they talked about in practice yesterday. He said the car was, quote, just edgy, and you heard the radio comment, just no rear grip at the end of that run. His teammate Chase Briscoe, however, has led all 35 laps before he came to pit road. Said the car just delivered 2-3 off the corner, and he said for way longer than normal, the car was bottoming out into the run. So, see if the 19 can have
Oh, no.
stop here waiting on the left here. All this is going to cost the 19 is a long stop here.
Wow, that was not a pretty stop from the 19.
Byron against Briscoe. Briscoe should have easily kept
A
the lead.
13.
He had a 3.5 second lead over Byron. You're going to see him right here chasing down the middle of 1 and 2. Momentum is going to be on the side of the 24. So first pit road fumble. 19 of Chase Briscoe. Lead lost in the green flag cycle. Reddick goes by. Lawson goes by. And Byron had already done that. So, credit to the 24. I like what Rudy Frugal said earlier this week on Sirius XM NASCAR. He said, you know what? We're making the changes we need to make. We're getting better each week.
Did I have Byron winning this race? I think I had Byron winning Talladega. Who do I have winning this? Who do I have winning today? I gotta look back in my playoff predictions because I know I have Byron as my pick to win Talladega, and Denny Hamlin win Martinsville. But who on earth is my pick to win today? I think it's, if I'm not mistaken, it could be Chase Elliott. I don't know. Let me check.
And we haven't been particularly strong in the Martinsville fall race. So he's got his eyes on succeeding today.
Well, look, the lack of success lately, I think that adds pressure. I know they're saying, hey, we're going to get it done. But the truth of the matter is, when you're not getting it done, it's hard to understand how you're going to flip the switch and all of a sudden do it. So a good start to the weekend, good practice, good qualifying, a good start to the race. So right now they're getting everything they need.
Coming up on some traffic, it goes by Catherine Legg. And it's going to deal with some other traffic. JJ Yaley in the mix there as well. So just carefully weaving his way through. That's Ross Chastain. Ross was forced to start at the back of this field with unapproved changes after qualifying. Well, tough weekend, Steve, for him last weekend at the Roval.
Absolutely. 3 Spire cars continue to stay on the racetrack as well as Todd Gillen. You see Hocevar, McDowell, Haley, all the same organization. We'll see if they are going to pit right in the middle of lap 40. That's what Matt would say is best for the tires, or if they're going to run very, very long into their fuel window. Just hoping.
No, I actually have Ross Chastain. He doesn't have the speed that much of a competitive race or competitive car to win today. So if I have to pick, re-pick, it would have to be. So far, I would have to be either between Briscoe, Reddick, Byron, or Hamlin. It's those top 4. Briscoe, Byron, Hamlin, and Reddick are my 4 picks for today, from what I'm seeing so far.
Service pulls away. Gillen remains on the racetrack. It's Gillen right there, the 8 of Kyle Busch unlapping himself. 34 trying to get the pit road. That was very aggressive to try to pit from the second lane. William Byron is like, what are you doing, buddy? I mean, you can't exit the interstate from the left lane. You got to get blended over. And just a little bit behind William Byron's 24. There is a good scrap going on between Chase Briscoe and Kyle Larson. Briscoe making up for that unusual. .42 laps in, right? Byron leads as a playoff driver, blaming the worst at 12. And I just think that's what this is going to look like all day long. All 8 of these guys seem to just unloaded like at another level, Jeff. It was impressive.
Pit stops and pit strategy. Tyler Reddick running second. He was 6th when the cycle started. The 19 was leading the race.
Okay, Hamlin's in 5th.
It shows you how quickly things can change. It's not just about going around the racetrack fast. It's about hitting your pit road well. It's about having good pit stops. It's about strategy. This is a team sport.
See on the bottom left, penalty 71 to McDowell. It looks very, very close. Remember, you have to have all 4 tires underneath the orange box. It's a little bit hard to see him in commitment line, but he just came in way too hot. You're going to see him right here. Way up the racetrack to the right is going to be the commitment box, and he is way too high. We'll get a shot. There's the box right here, and you're going to see his right side tires go over it. That's a violation. Going to have all 4 below. Now, if he would have hit the box, turned right, went back on the racetrack, it would have been legal. Just would have lost a bunch of time. Now, so that penalty is a roll through. And that's the sort of miscue that every playoff driver is scared of. Yes.
It almost looked like maybe they called him to the pits late or something. Like he wasn't committed to coming to the pits.
Race leader William Byron coming up on the 8th of Kyle Busch. And he's got just under a second advantage over Tyler Reddick.
All right, Briscoe currently has led 35 laps, lost control of the green flag pit stop. Right side looks good. What I really want you to focus on is this exchange back here in that area. Watch this jackman. He's going to hang this tire, think it's fine. It's not. Oh, he has to go back in, move it. Now, what I really appreciate is his patience to allow the issue. Very easy for that tire changer from the front to reach up, drop the jack, and make this a bigger issue. You don't want to lose the positions, but the awareness that there's a problem back there That's the sort of play that can keep you in the race. I talked to James Small, the crew chief on this car yesterday, and I asked him, I said, you guys have speed. What do you got to do to get to the next round, have a chance to win a championship? And he said, we can't beat ourselves. We cannot make mistakes. We cannot have bad pit stops. We cannot have bad restarts. We can't get in wrecks. We can't have poor strategy. If we go do our jobs, we will have a chance to win a championship, but we also don't have enough buffer in regard to points to make mistakes. Marty.
Yeah, Jeff, I talked to James Small about that same exact situation because it's kind of been a rough playoff for this 19 pit crew on pit road. And a couple of weeks ago, he got the team together during the week and said, hey, guys, listen, I'm not asking for lightning fast stops. I just want clean stops. Let's just not have the blow-up stops. So, Steve, that probably plays into what you saw just a moment ago, the patience to say, hey, we can make this really bad stop, and the calmness to say, let's get it clean as much as we can. It may not be fast, but let's not lose any more spots than we have to.
Yeah, it's just not clean enough. Right? I do agree, Mark. You're absolutely right. It wasn't an absolute game changer by having a wheel come off the car. But with this level of competition, we will say it all day. You have got to be on top of every single part of the race. Just not on the racetrack, but on pit road, restarts, everything. South Point 400 here in Las Vegas. 32 laps to go. In the opening stage, William Byron leads the way.
No. Tennessee Titans. Music City Miracle.
Like the snags in, starts running like these double parks. What does that play like that do to the locker room?
Man, it's everything.
That's it? Where's Shaq? Is Shaq available?
Really?
Yeah, because he's not going to say it's everything. Or if he did say it, he'll go.
New customers bet $5 to get $200 if your bet wins. Pay instantly in bonus bets. The crown is yours.
Happy birthday, Grandpa.
Words of wisdom for the family.
Eat more wings.
Wow. Let that sink in. Kids, I think you'd all agree that these were words that your grandfather used.
Everyone has a ritual. That small thing that keeps us focused.
A habit we never skip to clear our minds and elevate our performance.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game? To drown out that self-doubt and support your mental health. Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body. It's about taking care of your mind and your mental health. Discover the resources that you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority. Liberty Mutual customized my car insurance, so I only pay for what I need. What a great day. One note. What a messed up.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
When you're young, you don't just get handed trust. You have to earn it by hand. You listen and ask questions and see the way things have always been. But like never before, you realize time doesn't make something timeless. It's timeless. So if you want your name to last forever, you have to build a legacy, one step at a time.
You got a great car, great team, collection game.
Fight to the end, no matter what happens. They can't make your way. We are high on the leader now.
You're watching the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs here on USA. It's the South Point Hotel and Casino 400. Beautiful day, and that Arby's onboard camera. The spoiler cam just shows us how beautiful it is. High 70s, a little bit breezy. Yesterday was flat out windy with gusts up to 30 miles an hour. Today we're about half of that, 15, 16 miles an hour. Hey, Kim Coon, it was a frustrating stop for the 9, and Chase Elliott fans have noticed that he has dropped. What happened?
Yeah, that's right. He entered that green flag cycle of pit stops third. Now ultimately runs 6th. You're going to see this replay here. No major problems in terms of gun issues or problems with the tire changes. He just goes long in the box. So further into that pit box than he had intended, which kind of messes up the choreography of the team. When we talk about mistakes being made on pit road, this would be considered a mistake, not hitting his marks. And mistakes are what
say not just speeding penalties, but this pit road is known for being slick. For something about the concrete, Jeff, it's almost just slipperier. As you see these guys cleaning the rubber, perhaps from others, they're not allowed to put any chemical down. You can clean with like a brake cleaner you see there, but then a lot of people use like a Coke syrup, like literally the sticky syrup you get in a soda can.
Elliott's flying.
Hold the can, spray it down, and try to get it as grippy as
possible.
possible.
Yeah, Chase Elliott's fast.
Stop in as well as accelerate out of. Well, Chase Elliott get by
I have Chase Elliott making it to the championship 4, guys. My championship 4 picks are still the exact same. As you guys were wondering, it's William Byron, Denny Hamlin, Ryan Blaney, and Chase Elliott. Those are my 4 championship picks to make it to the final 4.
Fruitful for Chase. Got by Denny Hamlin, got by Hamlin's teammate in Chase Briscoe, so making up for those lost positions on pit road, now back up to 4th. So William Byron has a 1.5 second lead over Tyler Reddick, then Larson, Elliott, Briscoe, Hamlin, Bell, Wallace and Bowman, the non-playoff drivers in 8th and 9th, and then Joey Logano in the top 10.
You want to know how hard Cup racing is? Josh Berry won this race in the spring, and he just got lapped. He is running in 27th position, and William Byron just went behind Dylan.
Yeah, and so this started yesterday in practice for that spoken Miles Daly, the crew chief, and he admitted they started a little conservative with their setup due to the Team Penske tire issues at Kansas a couple weeks ago. Remember, they had 2 cars that had tire issues, and they just kind of got behind from there. The other important thing to note is while they're not running well right now, they've kind of been internally assigned to the 12 car with Ryan Blaney as the Team Penske satellite car. So any feedback that Josh has may go towards Jonathan Hassler and Ryan Blaney on the 12 team. So good or bad, anything they can provide to that team to help them may be beneficial. So Josh reporting right now that he's struggling through 1 and 2, and obviously some work to do as they did just go lap down.
It's interesting how Penske has split up, right? We heard Joey Logano, Cindric is helping the 22 car. But look, they all work together. They all communicate. They all have done a great job. The playoff results speak for themselves, and the championships they've won, Marty.
Jeff, we saw the last round when it was cut down to Roval from 12 to 8, where 1 point mattered for this team. Joey Logano in the 22. And just a moment ago, spotter Coleman Presley radioed to Logano, listen, there's 20 to go in stage 1. You are 10th. You have the last point so far in this stage. And look right behind him. Ty Gibbs is catching them very quickly. So Logano is going to have to do his best blocking effort with a really tight race car to hang on to that last stage point.
Speaking of blocking, he ran up in the back.
Logano just does not have the speed as the other playoff drivers.
He's going to have some issues with Ty Gibbs right here, right around the bottom, I believe.
I don't know where Blaney is at, but Blaney's been, so far, has been quiet.
Kind of tougher start than what they would have liked for the 2 Team Penske Ford drivers who are in the playoffs. Logano 10th, Blaney 12th.
Oh, there's my answer.
Teammates at it. Towards the front of the field, Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson. Look at this. Elliott continues this storming comeback drive.
Won in Kansas. Mentioned that storming drive from 10th to 1st, and that short little sprint of a restart.
I still love his line. After those final 2 laps, which obviously resulted in him bouncing off Denny Hamlin and winning. He said, I don't know how it was going to end up. I don't know what the result was going to be, but I wasn't going to lift. Yeah, that's commitment. Love it.
So an opportunity. He was willing to do whatever it took. Hendrick Motorsports has to be happy with what they're seeing right now. William Byron leading, Chase Elliott, Larson 3rd, 4th, Bowman in 9th.
The other side of that, a year that they're looking for a turnaround, that 8 of Kyle Busch right here, being passed by Kyle Larson back in 28. I just can't think of the year where Las Vegas native, I mean, this is a champion of the sport. They just don't have it as a group. You know, obviously they don't know what's missing. I don't know what's missing. If anyone knew, they would try to make changes. It's not hard work. I'm confident that the RCR organization is continuing to try to dig down and find.
You can make an argument. You can argument this season has been worse than last year for Kyle Busch because, man, these playoffs, at least the last 10 races for Kyle Busch have been terrible. Have just been absolutely garbage. So all I'm gonna say is, man, this next season 2026 is will be the year to determine if Kyle Busch wants to stay at RCR. Like, if Kyle Busch misses the playoffs again in 2026, then he has to leave RCR and go to a much better squad, much better team. Because I really don't trust Richard Childress Racing's equipment. I just don't. I've said this at the start of the season. I said that at the very start of the season. I do not trust Richard Childress Racing's equipment. Okay, there's Denny going underneath Briscoe.
For 5-star backyards, yellow with brand pressure treated pine. If it doesn't have this yellow tag, you don't want it.
Happy birthday, Grandpa.
Word the wisdom for the family.
Eat more wings.
Wow. Let that sink in. Kids, I think you all agree that these were words that your grandfather used.
And we're going by Bell now. Oh my gosh. I literally thought Denny was going to get into Christopher Bell. Holy crap. Man, Denny's car it's just tight with the way. If Denny's car reacted like that, then his car must be very tight because, oh my goodness.
And I've played for 14 different teams. In fact, nobody switched teams more than I have. But I'm done with all that. I'm switching to straight talk. We're good.
Oh yeah, Denny's continuing to fall back. He just doesn't have the speed on exit.
Come on, great dude. Get it at straighttalk.com and Walmart.
Buy one Sonic Smasher and get a free large drink in the Sonic app this month only. That's one hand smash Angus beef Sonic Smasher plus a free large drink when you order in the app. It's the QB1 of Burger Deals.
Your Honor, as a rebuttal witness, we call Melvin Pritchard to the stand.
You can still walk away. Good question you want to ask it.
You're a fighter. You never surrender. It's what got us this far, but it can also sink us.
Have you reached a verdict? Yes, Your Honor, we have.
The season finale of The Rainmaker, Friday at 10 on USA, screen from the beginning on Peacock.
Oh, Blaney with problems.
This is a nightmare situation for Ryan.
Oh no, he's done. Oh no. Well, he's gonna have to pull off what he did a couple years ago. Well, I guess you should say the past 2 years.
Right
Where
now, the driver just a little bit panicked. He said the steering isn't working. Everything feels broken. They kind of tried to talk.
Blaney is cooked. Oh no. Oh no. Feels so bad, man. Cooked.
And at other intermediates, this could be a day-ending issue. Again, the team looking at that car right now.
Heavy damage on the right side, but the left front being flat.
I said this, you can't afford these kind of incidents, man. This is the round of 8.
You can hear it bottoming out. You can hear the left front bottoming out.
Yeah, tire just went down.
Rubber, so definitely a tire goes down first and then straight up into the wall. The wall, heavy damage to the steering, left front already flat. So I don't know if you ran something
tire
over
issue.
or what the cause was, but the left front goes down.
That
into the
sucks.
wall of the 12
That
car.
sucks.
He was last on pit road in the mid-30s.
Oh yeah, he's
so,
done. Blaney's cooked.
About 30
Oh
laps
man,
on
that
the
sucks.
tires. He hit so hard it broke all the steering. It's just
Don't worry, Blaney fans. He'll be good at Talladega and Martinsville. I said that this track wasn't his best out of the 3, but I'm not worried for him at Dega and Martinsville. He'll be fine at Dega and Martinsville. But
championship for Talladega next weekend, Martinsville the following weekend, to give himself a chance of being a 2-time Cup Series champ.
But this is going to make things a lot more difficult. 34. Oh yeah, he has to win.
Look at the updated points, bottom left of your
Has
screen.
to win.
Joe Logano came in at 24 below. He's not been able to gain it. Now his teammate has joined him at the bottom with this wrecked race car. quick conversation on top of the pit box. Ryan will have to go to the infield care center to be evaluated after getting out of the race car. Doing a nice job composing himself. I can't imagine the world's going to be working in fast forward right here. Just can't believe it, right, Jeff? It's one thing to just not have the raw speed you want, and then they were going to continue to work on it. They always do. These teams continue to fight and battle, but now he knows he's standing here talking to an official, and it's slowly setting in that he, he doesn't know what the number's going to be, but he understands just how much of a setback this is going to be.
So prior to that occurring, I want to show you this, and Jeff, this grabbed our attention big time.
Yeah, you see right here, Ambler's going to try to get underneath the 8 car. Bush is what happened, and completely took all the air off the 11, and he and the 20 almost crashed because of it. Bell sees it happening. Bell goes to the top.
Yeah, just
Hamlin loses the front end, starts up the racetrack. Look how close that was.
that's what I was saying. He got tight.
Precarious timing of the yellow. 7 to go, 6 to go this time by. I can't see pit road line. Okay, it's green. Pit road is going to be open. I think obviously every team wants tires. All the playoff cars are to the front. So does everyone pit? I mean, that's the call you want to make. Everybody wants to come down and get new tires, but do you only put 2 on and try to guarantee stage points? So maybe some gamesmanship here on pit road, Kim.
We're going to have to watch closely to the 9 stop as he slid too far into the box earlier. Hits his marks right there. He said the balance is pretty good. Just managing the front tires for fresh Goodyears. You see the middle on your screen. William Byron said tight to fire up, but good on the long run. Dylan.
Kyle Larson at the bottom still battling a tight condition. Cliff Daniels said he did a good job strategizing the run to minimize that problem, but they'll get more aggressive freeing it up here in the chassis adjustment, Marty.
A little further up pit road, Chase Briscoe said it was better taking off. It just takes 20 laps for our car to come in. You see a few cars flash by the 19, but a much cleaner stop for the 19 months for William Byron will win the race on pit road.
No 2 tires. Everybody electing with 4.
This was a hard hit and one that will hurt points-wise big time for the 2023 champion, Ryan Blaney.
I'll be back. I used the bathroom. All right, I'm back, guys.
2025 NASCAR Cup Series playoffs continue here on USA, and there is the South Point Hotel, Casino, and Spa, and this is the South Point 400. Now, on Friday, everyone loves to have some fun when they come to Vegas. The South Point Hotel Casino and Spa hosted the Brendan Gaunce Celebrity Blackjack Tournament, where over $40,000 was raised for charity. And Cup Series stars like local driver Noah Gregson, Kyle Busch, Chase Briscoe, they let the chips stack to support Speedway children's charities. And make sure you stop by the South Point next time you're in Vegas, because that's where the races stay. Fun night. All right, Jeff, what did you make about the timing of that yellow, and how does that impact the field in general?
Well, Steve talked about how the people that are trying to earn stage points, what they were going to do, they pitted. But what it also did was that 11 cars waved around. The 47 took the free pass. So with
So
this,
currently Briscoe's above the cut line plus 3, and just
23
first
cars
under
on
it is
the lap.
Christopher Bell.
That moved it all the way up to 35. So that could make a big difference when it comes to points if someone has problems late in the race.
Just a reminder, third card on the inside there, just off screen, the 11 of Denny Hamlin had the lead on the original start, couldn't get from 4th to 5th cleanly, lost the lead. We'll see if that's a standalone issue or if we'll see any other. He had no issues on the green flag pit stops, but it would be hard to tell. We'll see right here with them all packed up if he has any issues.
Good shot there of the official pace car for today's playoff race, the 2025 Toyota GR Supra, leading the field to green. They'll come into the Echo Park Automotive restart zone here shortly. Let's see who gets the best jump. If you're just joining us, big news, biggest news from stage 1. Ryan Blaney of Team Penske has crashed out of this race. And that's big time. Both Team Penske drivers are at the bottom of the playoff points. Is that Echo Park Automotive restart zone?
Green flag back out.
William Byron, who has led 35 laps today, leads the field back to green. Look how racy and determined the 19 of Chase Briscoe is on the inside. Got his teammate right behind Denny Hamlin in that AMP Camry, that purple car down on the low line. Stretching their legs down the back stretch. With the Spring Mountains in the background.
Big block for the 19 to the 11. That slows Hamlin down a little bit, takes the momentum away from him. He recovers nicely, though.
Keep an eye on that white number 9, the Napa 9.
Oh, contact.
Oh, contact. There was a rub there. Hendrick and JGR going at it at the front of this field.
A little bit further back, Joey Logano trying to get points in this stage. Got put 3 wide, lost a couple spots.
1 lap to go, stage 1, presented by Credit One Bank.
Byron's up front. He's most likely going to get this done.
Bubba Wallace in that
Stage
Dayglow
1.
yellow, that Robin Hood 23. There he is.
There you go, Bubba.
3 wide down the back stretch.
Christopher Bell on the bottom, he loses momentum.
Denny up top.
Stage points
Get
on
momentum.
William Byron is going to grab the maximum here.
Byron wins stage 1. Denny's going to get 4th.
That's the way to do it. Briscoe and Lawson are fighting hard to the line, but it's William Byron who wins his 8th stage of this year.
This is
So that's 39 laps
Best
he
of-
led. The first laps that he's led in the playoffs. Maybe, just maybe, that 24 is coming good, really, when it counts. First race in the round of 8, and first stage win goes to William Byron.
COPD is an ugly reality. I watch as this world just keeps getting smaller. But then, Trelegy helped us see things a little differently. With 3 medicines in 1 inhaler, Trelegy keeps airways open for a full 24 hours and prevents future flare-ups. Once daily Trelegy also improves lung function, so he can breathe more freely all day and night.
Trilogy won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Do not take Trilogy more than prescribed. Trilogy may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if some breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur.
Ask your doctor about once daily Trelegy for COPD, because breathing should be beautiful all day and night.
One of last minute getaway calls. Answer it.
Book last-minute deals on thousands of stays with Verbo.
Mint is still $15 a month for premium wireless. And if you haven't made the switch yet, here are 15 reasons why you should. 1, it's $15 a month. 2, seriously, it's $15 a month. 3, no big contracts. That's actually an elaboration on point 2, but it counts. 4, I use it. 5, my mom uses it. 6, you can bring your own phone if you want. 7, also your number. Bring that too. 8, are you playing me off? That's what's happening, right? Okay. Is this my commercial?
There's a reason to do all this shifting, launching, and battling over a bottle ship. You harness this and put it in that so you can feel like this. Now you're up to speed. You in?
Let's make the starting lineup for Team NBC and Peacock. Fred Hill. What's that? At 6'9", Tracy McGrady. Yo, that's a high Fizz Carter. Jamal Crawford. That's my team. Carmelo Anthony. Are they even going to interrupt? And Reggie Miller. NBA tip-off, October 21st. Only on NBC and Peacock. Are we supposed to play them?
NASCAR on USA is brought to you by the South Point Hotel. Casino and Spa, where the races stay in Las Vegas. Chewy, for life with pets. There's Chewy with everything. And by Progressive, save when you bundle motorcycle, RV, and boat insurance. Visit progressive.com.
We admired the winner of stage 1. It all started in the restart zone. You can't do it better than this. Watch him drag.
Yeah,
drag.
big push.
As soon as he gets hit by the 19, off he goes. Now he enters turn 1 with nobody beside him. Now it's just hit your marks and you're going to win this stage.
Then there was contact between Denny Hamlin and Chase Elliott. Look at this, Steve.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'm not sure if Denny thought the 9 was going up, because it's definitely Denny who seems to be changing lanes and gets into that left front of the 9 here on board. Listen, Chase is like, man, what's happening here, buddy? I'm out here.
Back half the field comes to pit road. All the leaders stay on the racetrack, so no big surprise. While they do that, we'll take advantage. Squeeze in a quick break, come back, get ready.
That was a good restart.
Before taking breast treatment with COPD, I had bad days. Days ruined by flare-ups that could permanently damage my lungs. Then I talked to my doctor about Breztri, and I noticed things changed. Breztri gave me better breathing. Starting within 5 minutes, my lung function improved. Breztri also helped improve my symptoms and was even proven to reduce flare-ups, including those that could send me to the hospital. Now, I worry less about bad days and enjoy more good days.
Breztri won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. It is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Breztri more than prescribed. Breztri may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur. Can't afford your medication? AstraZeneca may be able to help.
Ask your doctor about Breztri for COPD.
This is an SVU Superfan Marathon. All right, Rollins, let's go. Hi, I'm Kelly Goodish, and I'm back to host the Rockin' Rollins Marathon. All the best. Me.
The SVU Superfan Rockin' Rollins Marathon tomorrow.
Only on USA.
Crazy good boy. Streaming now. Say, Peacock brings the friendship of a lifetime home.
It's you and me, bud.
How to Train Your Dragon. Rated PG. Streaming now only on Peacock.
There goes Jordan Stoll.
Jordan, you got company.
Are those saw blades? Jordan, look out!
And that's how you promote the Winter Olympics.
That's your whole pitch.
Nope, Jordan. With the big hot.
Dude, fire nice, baby.
If you're a WWE fan, you know who this guy is. Yes, special guest with us today. Braun Strowman, the WWE legend, is here in the house, watching, witnessing, and loving these NASCAR Cup Series playoffs. He is on the Pit Box with Brad Doherty, Dale Jarrett, DJ and Brad were worried that he was going to pick him up and throw him off the pit box. But you're safe. Welcome, Braun, and enjoy your time with the guys.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, glad to have you here. Things got a little wild over here at Chase Elliott's pit. These wild race fans after that contact with Denny Hamlin.
Yeah.
So excited to bring in a little extra security, man. 7-footer coming up. Hey, man, welcome. I know you're a huge race fan.
Nah, man, it's absolutely awesome, man. My ties in NASCAR growing up right outside Mooresville, North Carolina, stuff like that. WWE superstar for the last decade. Now my new television show, Everything on the Menu with Braun Strowman, premieres next Friday, October 24th on USA Network right after SmackDown.
Oh, yeah.
That's fantastic. So what do you think thus far? Oh, man, I tell you what, if this isn't the heartbeat of America going on right behind us, if this doesn't get your soul fired up, give you goosebumps, I don't know what to tell you, man. This is what it's all about, baby.
Hey, guys, I don't know how
we got the shoes rule.
but security's pretty good down here for me.
I'm going to tell you right now,
They're safe in these hands.
if he orders everything on the menu, Brad will help him.
Oh, I got his back. Absolutely.
Well, Braun, you've come to a good day. First race of the round of 8. Beautiful day here in Nevada. And we're just getting the field caught up, organizing the field, and we will rip into stage 2.
And stage 1 kind of felt like the early rounds of a heavyweight fight, didn't it?
Yeah.
Like they sized each other up, pushing, shoving, some heavy battles. The playoff cars still occupy 1 through 5. Really, I would say it's kind of status quo, other than the big news you pointed out of Blaney's accident.
This is what I'm seeing so far in stage 1. Byron, this so far has been the best race he's had in the playoffs.
A bigger penalty now seems how every other playoff driver finished inside the top 10.
For you and Jeff, because of your respective racing IQs and your time, your tenure in the sport, I love listening to your thoughts and opinions. And you felt that you saw something in the 24, and then we all got to hear it for ourselves in the pre-race pep talk. He's got the eyes on today. He's ready to go.
Yeah, I think just the entire group has to find that next level when the stage presents itself, and I think that young driver behind the wheel of 24 is ready to break out of the shell. That type of performance can be today.
And green flag, let's go. Stage 2.
South Point 400. Let's do it. Here we go. Stage 2 underway.
This time not quite as good of a restart.
Oh!
It was almost turned.
Man, God, that got squirrely. Yeah, Christopher Bell, here comes him up top, trying to make it 4 wide.
He wants to try to pinch off William Byron, not let him turn the car the way he wants.
Dicey move by Briscoe.
Briscoe on the inside. He's on the attack. Larson goes to the lead.
There's
Byron is
Larson.
in the middle and going backwards. Hamlin's up on the high side.
23-11 Racing, all right, top 6.
Happy that he still has a race car. Take a look, Jeff. Yeah, the 19 just trying to push. Briscoe trying to give a push.
Oh, that was...
And they just don't get lined up. And then I think Briscoe is actually going to try to make a pass here.
That was inches away.
That could have been big.
From hooking and coming back up into the field. What an escape for William Byron.
Talk about how important that restart was to win the stage, and you can see the difference. William did not get a great restart that time. Larson was able to enter side by side with him. And now, instead of racing for the lead, there's a battle for third.
We're talking about turning points. Remember, it was the 19th turning point, losing the lead on the green flag pit stop. That gave it to Byron. Byron that dominated 45 laps left. He's now lost the lead. What does Kyle Larson do? Can he keep it, or will Briscoe attack as he's trying here in the 19 and go back up and take it away?
That run from the 24, hugging the white line, down on that low line, and made up a considerable amount of ground on Chase Briscoe. Guy who has won 2 of the last 3 races here in Vegas leads the way in this new scheme. The Zach Brown Band, number 5. Look at this angry little bunch.
This is why keeping your track position is so important. It is an absolute bar fight in the back. I mean, gloves off, 2 wide, 3 wide, big block from the...
Oh my goodness, Brad Keselowski trying to pinch it in the middle there, 3 wide there.
Remember, some guys did not pit and some did. The guys that waited around to get back on the lead lap, they all pitted. They're trying to use those tires to move
This
forward.
is fun, man.
Oh, that's going to be really.
That is fun, man.
Ross Chastain's trying to split Austin.
Oh my goodness, I literally thought Ross Chastain was going to clip Bowman. Oh my
In that
goodness.
all green, love your mind, Ally 48. That Chastain does split him.
And up front, William Byron trying to get
Just doesn't quite clear him.
Ooh, goodness.
You mentioned that paint scheme on the 48 Ally has given that paint scheme for that mental health awareness. Great cause. 48 trying to give a great run, but cannot get out of the mix. Oh, there we go. I think Byron's got it now.
There he got him. And Briscoe's going to try to cross him over. Briscoe, let's see what he does. Really can't overdrive the entry because of the pace of that 24 car. Look at this William Byron. He is rolling.
It's a perfect example of a pass taking 2 laps, though, right? He got position, knew he was going to get crossed over, but he really wanted to be on the outside. Now we'll see if he tries to take that same approach on the 5.
This is something we haven't seen from this 24 car lately. They really haven't had the pace to recover from problems.
It's that time of the year, top 4 on the racetrack, all ranked in the top 4 laps led this year. So no surprise, they are all at the front of this racetrack. Here comes
That is cool.
Yeah, they got this 11 car better. That or the cycle of tires. Sometimes we have a loose race car, just that e-cycle jump will make it a little more secure, easier to drive.
Well,
Up to third.
Car, I think he's been pretty good in the long run where he got in trouble in the first stage. Let's see if they got it tightened up.
Oh, boy.
Briscoe on the outside.
He is amped up today. These two have turned on quite the show. Byron led 45 laps so far. Briscoe led 35. They dominated the early proceedings in this South Point 400. And that move by the 24 on the 19 on the exit of turn 2 to shut the door there, that was like the final stage move for the first half of the year. That's not something we have seen this early in the race, but you can just see the intensity of the racing is higher. They know what's on the line. If William Byron goes on to win this race later today, we will go back to that restart, the start of stage 2, when these two came together, and it was just so close for William Byron ending up in the grass and maybe spinning around and coming back up into the field. What a save. A little bit of luck on his side here in Vegas. And some good driving.
That is aggressive. It's fun to watch. It's also fun when you're in that car. And you know the guy, you kind of trust the guy you're racing hard. I respect between those two. Barring a yellow, this should be a
This has been a really good race so far.
About 30 to 35 laps on your tires. That's, call it 20 to 25 laps from now.
Just hearing the roar of the Toyota engine there.
Here comes Chase Elliott.
Here comes Chase Elliott. You may have seen the headlines this week that NASCAR announced they're going to ramp things up next year, horsepower-wise, to 750 horsepower on all tracks less than 1.5 miles and road courses. So what are your thoughts on that, Jeff?
Yeah, it's something the drivers have been wanting for a long time. It's just trying to get more horsepower in an effort not just to make the cars go faster. It's not about that. It's as Goodyear has developed tires that fall off on speed, that has made racing really good. Goodyear's done a great job this year bringing some new technology. Bringing more horsepower will make those rear tires wear out quicker, ultimately making the cars to drive the best, have the best opportunity to win the race, and also try to make some passing on short tracks and road courses.
Looking through the field, after the first 5, all playoff drivers, then Tyler Reddick and his teammate Bubba Wallace. And then Ty Gibbs, Joey Logano runs 9th. And Shane Van Gisbergen, man who won last weekend at the Roval in Charlotte. He's got this really cool design on the 88 today. Jockey sponsorship and partnership. And he was very grateful to them. You can't see it because it's quite intricate, but it's the silver fern of New Zealand and the stars of the New Zealand flag on there. So they said to Shane, we'll let you have some creative license here, and he feels very honored to be running this, and he's running in the top 10.
Finished 10th at Kansas, right? And so we're starting to see SVG not only be extraordinary on the road courses, but learning how to be competitive on the ovals.
Dylan. And to look at Christopher Bell and riding on board with him as he works around the racetrack in the 11th spot right now. They battled a free condition all day, and at the end of the stage 1 stops, Christopher told crew chief Adam Stevens, just leave it alone for this restart. Feel like it's maybe going to come to us. They haven't said anything. Bell hasn't on this run, but they've lost some positions here and out of position to score stage points as they run right now with 65 to go in the second stage. Jeff, when we go on board like this and you're looking at Christopher at work, what are you looking for?
I'm looking for athletes whose hands are moving. See, he takes his hand off the wheel on the straights. Kind of stretch your hand out a little bit. The car obviously doesn't drive horrible. Not a ton of wheel input. The race car driver drives the car not only with vision, but with feel. You have to feel that the car is tight. It won't turn well enough. Or if the back end is loose, the rear end's not gripped up enough. And how hard you can drive the car and how much wheel input you can put into it is because of those two things. What is limiting my ability to go fast?
Look how rhythmic he is. His left hand off on the back stretch, right hand off on the front stretch with a little bit of the dog leg. I guess he probably leaves the left hand on and just keep tugging on the wheel. See if he does it again. Yeah, please see, right hand down. Probably doesn't even know he's doing it, right? It's just so natural for him.
Definitely feel tighter.
Kyle Lawson has around about a second advantage over his Hendrick Motorsports.
Christopher Bell's in 11th.
William Byron, here it is here, new scheme, leads the way.
When you ride, right? Make you feel safe and protected out there.
That's why I never leave home without a photo of the little ones.
Great foot from my husband. Lucky rabbit's foot.
Lucky rabbit named Scoot. It's Swedish.
That's a whole rabbit.
Named Scoot.
Well, there's really no need for a Lucky Charm when you ride.
Not when America's #1 motorcycle insurance got your back.
We're just going to ignore the fact that Carl has a rabbit. Named Scoot.
Oh, Kuzma. I'm just not really ready to let go of summer dresses.
Okay, yes. A layer, a cute boot, 1 foot in the sand, 1 in the leaf pile. Summer.
Oh, yeah. All summer. Dinner time is going to be easy tonight. Wings to go for game time.
They say patience is a virtue. I say game's on in 15 minutes.
Which is why we got to go. It's to go time. I'll go start the car.
Ever wondered how NASCAR Cup Series playoffs work? Let Godspeed Racing break it down for you. NASCAR is a bracket system with eliminations at 16, 12, 8, and 4. How to advance, win races, or survive the cut. Outlast the pack, finish first among the championship 4, and you're doing donuts in victory lane. And trust me, Toyota's ready for victory lane. Now you're up to speed. You in?
Larson's still leading. Get this, I had Larson eliminated because I felt like Larson was going to push himself so much to the point where he's going to make mistakes and cost himself races. So, and I honestly won't be surprised. I am not surprised if Larson wins this race. I won't be surprised. But I mean, Larson hasn't had the. Larson hasn't had the pace like back earlier in the season. Like his last win was back in May before I even graduated high school. So
And in KC, the magic is in the mayhem. Or on Sunday night, the exceptional is the rule. Keep the technique. Lions, Chiefs, Sunday night football on NBC Peacock.
Looking at William Byron in the 24, the 19 of Chase Briscoe. This is second and third. They've had a great scrap for the last, since the second stage began. I mentioned earlier, for those of you just joining us, the biggest news of this race is Ryan Blaney has crashed out, and a short while ago, Marty Snyder caught up with him. Here it is.
Let's see Ryan Blaney out of the infield care center. Man, did you have any warning that the right front was going down, Ryan?
Nope, no warning. So, left front tire blew into 3, and unfortunate going home early.
Yeah. What do you do?
Oh no!
Now on? I mean, you've won.
Oh, that was Blaney. I thought that was actually the live camera. Oh my goodness! I thought that was live on track right now.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you can look forward to those. Obviously, we have to look forward to them. Not the spot you want to be in. I actually thought we got our car fairly decent there. Just looking forward to keep going and never got
Feel bad for Blaney, really do.
We'll got to go win one of the next 2 weeks, and hopefully we can rebound and do it.
Yeah. They have won, as we mentioned, Talladega and Martinsville twice each before left front takes Ryan Blaney out here in Vegas.
Expression.
I got to see Ryan Blaney win at Talladega twice.
The gravity of the situation. You know,
can rebound and do it.
They have won, as we mentioned, Talladega and Martinsville twice each before. Left front take Troy Blakey out here in Vegas.
Expression reflects the gravity of the situation. You know, one of he was saying you could just hear it, body language and just think about it. It's just a little surreal. I'm sure it's going to take a little bit of time to process it all. Look at this run from Reddick.
Oh, Reddick's fast. Reddick is fast.
Absolutely destroyed the 11 car. That's been working in 4, yeah, it really is. SVG's another one, Jeff. It's like you got to be careful because somebody can get to your left rear quarter panel and slow you down. But we'll see if Hamlin chases him up there. Reddick up ahead. Reddick's going to do it again. Yeah, look at Hamlin. Hamlin's like, I'm going to try it. His right rear spoiler cam from Reddick. All right. Well, you're going to see another car come into the picture because he has a big run. Will he show up on the right-hand side of the screen? No, he kind of did. He peeked out right there. Yeah, I think spotters are watching this 45 car.
I hope Reddick wins, man. Not in that Jordan paint scheme.
I think they're going to have to start moving their drivers up the racetrack. Other drivers are seeing him do it, but watch what he does. The reason he's so good at this is look how close he enters the wall into the corner. He doesn't drive up to the wall. He enters. He enters right against the wall, and that makes the constant radius of the corner work to your advantage. You're not having to turn the wheel at any one place. He does it as well as anybody. All right, William Byron, get ready because that 45 is going to get bigger in your mirror. He is coming. Larson way down the track, already going into turn 3. Then his teammate, and then Reddick. 7 to 10 for pit stops. Just a reminder, Reddick jumped everyone to pit road by a couple laps. That cycled here to the front at 19. Lost the lead on pit stops. Dylan, we will see how the leaders fare this time around.
Yeah, and we see Kyle Larson here as pit stops are getting ready to happen here. The 5 crew getting warmed up. Larson has been battling a tight condition most of the day after they were free yesterday in practice. So they at least got on the different side of that. Like Cliff Daniel said, we always fight tight here, so we have to be aware of that. Larson said he was starting to lose the feel in the right front. He'll make a chassis adjustment when he comes down the pit, Tim.
And his teammate William Byron running in the second position. No surprise, he has had great stats here at Vegas. Finished top 10 in the last 5 Vegas races. Has led laps in the last 5 Vegas races. Already done 45 of those lap leads here today. A little surprising we haven't seen this team in victory lane here during the laps, especially considering they were the regular season champions. But
here comes Christopher Bell on pit road. He's been saying that his car is tight, so
Green flag pit stops underway once again. The early pitters seem to gain track position in the first stage. Bell's the first of the playoff cars to hit pit road. He said with laps on tires, he actually started to feel okay. We heard him report that tight condition that was taking off, and especially in the middle of the corner, 4 tires and fuel for Bell.
I think he's kind of forced as the rear-running playoff car. He has to try
to
Denny,
up the
advantage somehow. That's why Bell was the first to pit road. We now see the 11 and the 19 side by side with the 11 who's running the bottom come to pit road. That would be the lane you're looking for. Will he chase his teammate? He will not. Wide open in the gas on corner exit. Has momentum. You see cars not jumping. This is on the early side. Look, they only have about 30 laps on their tires. They got 48 laps to the end of the stage. So while there isn't a clear advantage of coming early, perhaps there's a little fear of running too long in the second stint required to finish, and that's why we're going to see a few extra laps out of some of these cars.
Look at how effectively Reddick has driven away from his fellow Toyota drivers.
We talked about Denny Hamlin, the changes as he comes down pit road. They have certainly made that car better on the long run.
Under that orange box, like we saw McDowell, we have Reddick on pit road, the 11 and the 9, Kim.
Chase Elliott saying the nose is just a little too numb off the wall. Needs a little bit better turn for that Chevrolet. They put in those 4 figure tires, air pressure adjustment, Artie.
Coming down pit road, so it didn't go as free this run as it did the last run. But man, he is using the top of the racetrack to his advantage. It was a late call to get Denny Hamlin to pit road. And Jeff, terrific observation by you. They have made the car so much better for Hamlin. It's been edgy.
Go.
But Hamlin's at the back, is in the track much more on this run. And coming down pit road, Kimmy said the car's really good right now.
And Marty, just loose condition for the 24. He said, I'm a little free here, but if you tighten me up, I will be fine. Again, they'll get a little bit more stability, Marty.
Chase Briscoe coming down pit road on the last stop. Remember, they had that rough stop earlier in the day. On the last stop, though, they gained 2 spots. See if they get a cleaner green flag stop here for the 19. Briscoe saying, I just need a little bit more right rear grip. Meanwhile, Joey Logano said, I'm back where I need to be, but I need the front to work just a little bit more for me, Dylan.
About 13 laps ago, Kyle Larson came on the radio and said, I'm losing the right front. I can feel it burning off. No major concern. They knew this was about when they were going to pit. They will make another chassis adjustment here just to try to help that. Adjustments every stop for the race leader. They'll go around and change left side to make it a 4-tire stop and fuel for the 5.
5 of Larson coming off pit road. We see a big battle of the cars he's going to be blending with. We have both Byron and Reddick and Wallace.
And Steve, while you were talking about Kyle Larson, let's talk about his teammate Chase
Where's
Elliott.
Reddick?
Uncontrolled tire. And he's going to have to serve a penalty. He's back on pit road now.
Oh, that is just once again, an unforced error, a mistake by another playoff car. The 9 will roll down pit road. As this battle continues, let's see exactly what happens to the 9. He stops in his box, a little long still. That's happened twice. You see the tire rolling to the front. Well, it turns and keeps rolling well into the next pit box, and then it takes another crew member to stop it. That, I think, is what triggers the uncontrolled tire when it gets to the point where you need help to stop the tire. Very close call between Chastain and the 11 of Hamlin.
This is our the playoffs. Chase Elliott's pit crew has been the second best on pit road, so an uncharacteristic mistake.
And really just an unfortunate. Like, it looked like the tire was rolling, and it just kind of wiggled to the right. And as I mentioned, it didn't really interfere with another pit crew, but it finally got so far that the other crew member just had to stop it. And once another team is required to kind of assist, that triggers some of that uncontrolled tire characteristic and a penalty for the 9.
His day has just gone upside down very quickly. So 2 of the key playoff drivers, Ryan Blaney, crashed out. And Chase Elliott penalized and is now a lap down.
You're right in front of him, though. There's several cars that haven't pitted.
I got to race for the dog.
Got a race for the dog. He means he's got a race for for free pass, formerly the lucky dog, right? He's thinking same as us. He's like, how do I stay on the lead lap? Because when you look at cars that have pitted, right, the 9 has Byron behind him, Larson in front. So you just got to continue to chase Larson and Reddick, and everyone they lap, he has to lap. Now, the other concern is we have Wallace and Custer with yet to pit, so they have a wave of cars to lap down as well.
Here comes Bubba, finally, and then we'll wait and see when Cole Custer does. Dylan Welsh is standing by. Take it away, mate. Yeah, so here comes Bubba Wallace. He said that he had nothing on corner entry and was having to give up a little bit on the center, waiting on the throttle. So they've been pretty happy with the race car. Bubba said the last time down pit road that he was turning a little
Bubba's
bit
been good
well.
too.
We'll see what they do here. They'll at least change 4 tires for sure. That fuel doesn't look like a chassis adjustment. Maybe just air pressure, if anything, on the 23. All the way. Last car to make the stop. It's the 41. The Haas factory Ford. And just 3 races left for the Blue Oval before this team switches manufacturers next year. So that in turn.
They'll be moving to Chevy.
Oh, here's that stop again, Stevie. Yeah, so check this out. Way up here at the front, right? You're going to see that go and go and go and go. And then unfortunately, the 34 crew member, it's in his box at this point. He stops it. Here's another great look at it. So right here, it'd be okay, but look, it just keeps going. So it's more than half a pit stall away. Another crew member needs to stop it. And here's the theory. If he doesn't stop it, it just keeps going, right? It's going to be 2-3 pit stalls away. Allen comes down, talking to Nico Dell, long-time tire changer. My man has seen it all. He's been a part of championships. You see the fist bump. That's leadership from on top of the pit box. And more trouble on pit road.
Well,
Bubba
too fast
Wallace,
entering pit road for
fast
Bubba.
on pit road, entering pit road. This racetrack, Steve, has been a very tough racetrack as far as pit road. A ton of penalties here. We're seeing it again today.
Here's the right yard. Something about brake bias, trying to get brake bias right. So look at it tomorrow. He just said I thought I was on the. Sorry about that. Yeah, I mean, what can you like? Look, he owns it. You can run 3 miles an hour under and never get caught speeding. And every week you're going to be pointed out how you're the worst on and off pit road and rolling speed and continue to lose time. There's just no more time off anymore. Every part of the race, pit stops, green flag entry, rolling speed, everything is calculated and measured. And it's really just a level of comfort that you as a driver, your team, your organization, what are you willing to take? What risk? At what level are you willing to be? And if you're ultra conservative, Jeff, you're ultra not in the top 5 because it's going to take aggression.
Here he is serving his penalty.
And there's always the one guy that's so good on pit road that sets the standard, and you go trying to chase him, the next thing you know, you're getting penalized. Kyle Larson out front leading, and with the lap sled today, he has surpassed 1,000 laps led this year.
Customize. Wait, am I in one of those Liberty Mutual commercials where they stand in front of the Statue of Liberty and talk about how Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need? Yes. Huh? What happens in this one? Seagulls. Oh, I like it. How are you doing?
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay.
$7 for a coffee? Nah. How about Sonic Salted Caramel Talking Iced Coffee with cold foam for only $2.99? It's the fancy without the pricey. Better yet, try it for free with any purchase in the Sonic app.
Reddick's fast. Like he might have the fastest car on track from how I'm seeing it.
Wi-Fi speeds as fast as home, even when you're on the go.
So, we talk a lot about the playoffs, but sometimes I do think they get overshadowed of what a victory means.
Reddick might be able to pass Larson here.
Adding another number in the win column would be so important to any of us who no longer have the chance to do it. And if you're Tyler Reddick, I mean, that's basically the goal today. You said it, right? If no longer in the playoffs, but a trophy from Las Vegas will definitely ease the sting if they're able to pull it off.
One of these races is so difficult. I don't know of a driver that would trade a win for another just because everyone is special and everyone is unique.
Tell us more about the 45, Monty.
Yeah, Leland, I think you look at the final few races of 2025, this is a racetrack that Tyler Reddick and his team certainly feel like they can take advantage of it. And running the top of the track like Reddick can do so well here, that is his wheelhouse. He has made it work. Billy Scott has shown a willingness to come to pit road early and jump people on pit road. It's really been a team effort for Reddick, having his best run in a long time. They have back-to-back top 10, but they still don't have that win. That's what they want to get, Lee.
Well, it's a good point because that's on their list. Then just go back 3-4 more positions. Is Ty Gibbs still in search of his first career win? And then you've got Shane Van Gisbergen running in 8th behind Christopher Bell. Chris Buescher is in 10th. And his team boss, Brad Keselowski, is back in 13th. They were okay, still looking for their first win as an organisation this year.
This race is really interesting to me. It's crazy, Steve. You know, one lap, somebody will be faster. The next lap, somebody else is faster. It seems like a lot of inconsistency from one lap to the next. I thought Larson was in trouble. He was backing up to Reddick, and then all of a sudden he just drives away from Reddick. And now Reddick is under attack from Chase Elliott. It's a really odd race in regard to consistency of speed.
.26 to go in stage 2. Time for a Toyota driver update. Let's have a look. Highest place, pretty easy. Tyler Reddick, we've been talking a bunch about him. Then Denny Hamlin, then Chase Briscoe. Top 3 in the Toyota driver update. To Jeff's point right there, I believe that this track is so gripped up and they're at such a percentage of wide open throttle that the draft is actually in effect. As much as normally we see a car out front thinking it slows them down. But that last lap by, Larson flew. And I think it's because the cars in front of him were too wide. And he had this huge, basically, cave of air, this big tunnel of air that he kind of towed his way into. So it's like, hey, I need to help down the straightaway and get out of my way in the corner so I can have the downforce.
Yeah, and we talked earlier about Goodyear building different tires. I think also the better handling cars, they're the ones that run the best at the end of these runs.
Yeah.
The ones that haven't abused the tires as much.
So Christopher Bell is running in 7th place at the moment, Dylan. We saw him pit on the early side of things in this stage. Tell us more.
Yeah, well, as we said, they watched Tyler Reddick, or must have watched Tyler Reddick in that first stage pit early and gained spots. That's exactly what the 20 Christopher Bell did. Hit it from 11th, came out once everything cycled through in the 7th spot. So that's something to note for later on if we have green flag stops. Hitting early seems to be the good move if you want to gain track position. Bell on this run said his car was good taking off. That's more of a positive sign than a couple of their other pit cycles. So they got track position and a little bit better air once they're further towards the field. So it seems to be trending in the positive direction for the 20.
So pitting early is an advantage because the couple lap older tires don't kill you at the end. The risk is very simple. You come to free run, the yellow comes out. This is a track you lose a lap, so that would put you very far behind. So there is a real gamble. Adam Stevens, though, he knows how to do it as well as anybody. You see him there, upper left of your screen, lean back, arms crossed. Checking his driver, watch him go to work.
We covered the troubles on pit road of the 9-car Chase Elliott. Steve did a good job of explaining that Chase Elliott's job now is to be the first car a lap down. Well, here Kyle Larson has started lapping race cars. He just got by Josh Berry. Now he's getting by the 34 of Todd Gilliland. Now Todd Gilliland is the first car 1 lap down. Chase Elliott's got to go chase down Todd. So every single time the 5 gets by a car, the 9's got to get by him as well. These are going to be an intense 20 laps for Chase Elliott.
Chase is trying to do it with Reddick breathing down his rear bumper. It's not for position, but position on the racetrack. Still track position. It'll make his job harder if he gets in front of him, right? Because then he'll have more distance to the leader, or at least the second car.
Now Reddick's gone to the very bottom of the racetrack. I also wonder, Steve, I see cars rip the top and it really goes good for a few laps, and it seems like it doesn't work as well.
Yeah.
Like when you first go there's a lot of grip, and then it seems to fall off.
We've seen this, though, with some of these tires that slow down not because of wear, but because of heat. So, Jeff, I wonder, you run the bottom, maybe it just heats the right front up. You go around the top, it cools the right front, it heats the right rear. Like, you almost have to kind of move your lane to keep letting the tire breathe. You can't just continue to beat on the same tire every lap. Same Goodyear tire package that we saw at Kansas 2 weeks ago. So there's some good knowledge across the teams with how that tire performs. Of course, different track, different circumstances.
Now, if you're Chase Elliott, what you really want to do is get up here past Kyle Larson and put yourself back in the lead lap without having to get that free pass. It is a major difference between restarting a lead lap car versus starting a wave around car. A wave around car's got to start in the very back, the tail end along this field. You're backing along in the lead lap, but the track position you give up is huge. It's a major difference. Chase Elliott wants to get by that 5 car for sure.
How much is this traffic going to help? because Larson's got 3 ahead there that he's got to get through. Meanwhile, Chase Elliott is zeroing in on the back of Gilliland to try and get lucky to put himself first in line to get that free pass. It's all about the quest to become a NASCAR Cup Series champion. We're fortunate enough to have 6 champions in the field. And let's talk about some champs. We kick it off with Kim Coon.
Yeah, Chase Elliott, the 2020 champ, and no reason to believe they couldn't make it a 2-time champion this year, or at least make that championship forward. Talking to Jim Allen this morning, and he said this round with these tracks this year actually shapes up a little better for us than years past. And he said even with Dega and Martinsville, we think we're strong there. This race was their biggest concern. Historically, Vegas has not been great for them. Only 1 top 10 in the last 5 that came in March, where they finished 10th. But he said Kansas gave us a really good perspective. We knew where to start. We were optimistic. Now, the car's been solid, Marty, but pit road has not. Remember, he went long in the box and now finds himself a lap down after that uncontrolled tire penalty.
Tony Logano trying to win his 4th championship this year, Kim. He said earlier the car definitely fired off better this run, but I can hang, and that's it, meaning I can hang in the back half of the top 10. So don't count out Paul Wolf trying to play some strategy in stage 3, maybe running a little bit longer than the other cars, hoping to catch a caution, but certainly doing something different than those top 5 cars, because so far, Logano's been in the back half of the top 10, Dylan.
Well, Marty, how about an attaboy to the 2012 champ? Brad Keselowski qualified 34th. Spoke to Jeremy Holland's briefing, just said that they were way too tight in qualifying, made some big changes overnight, and those were definitely positive changes. He's still fighting dirty air right now, and the latest report is that he's losing rear grip as this run goes, but he is putting in an early candidate for hard charger of the day from 34th to 12th right now for Brad K, and they are showing no signs of slowing down. He's on the move in the 6 car.
And moving by his teammate and employee, Chris Buescher, to be that lead RFK Ford. 13 laps to go here in Vegas. The South Point 400 continues.
Consumer Cellular can help people save on their cell phone bills. That's why I cut my car in half. This year, let's cut even more things to show people how much they can save. Let's cut the face off of our helmets. Let's cut the top off of our steering wheel. Let's even cut our hats.
Isn't that just a visor?
Shut up, Chris. Great. Can't wait to see what y'all come up with.
So that we can cut your bill, call Consumer Cellular.
Buy 1 Sonic Smasher and get a free large drink in the Sonic app this month only. That's 1 hand-smashed Angus beef Sonic Smasher plus a free large drink when you order in the app. It's the QB1 of Burger Kings.
Yes! Hi, the weather tech's here.
WeatherTech is the ultimate protection for your vehicle. Laser measured floor liners, no grill mud flaps, cargo liner, bump step, seat protector, and cup phone.
What about my car?
WeatherTech.
Valvoline Restore and Protect. A first-of-its-kind innovation that returns pistons to factory clean by removing up to 100% of deposits that restore your engine to perform like new. Restore and Protect. Another first from Valvoline.
For 5-star backyards, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have this yellow tag, you don't want it.
For 8 remaining drivers, what matters is the moment. Steel focus on detail. Driven by heart, steered by steady hands.
I'll be at Talladega next weekend, folks.
The NASCAR playoffs continue at Talladega on NBC and Peacock.
It's the 48 of Alex Bowman, and Alex is partnering with the Ad Council's Love Your Mind campaign. We told you about this earlier by debuting a new car wrap and helmet sponsored by Ally to remind everyone to take care of their mental health. Love Your Mind. At the moment, Alex is in the top 10. He's just jumped up a position. He's overtaken Shane Van Gisbergen and now runs 9th. Kyle Larson leads to the tune of almost 2 seconds. Only 7 laps to go in this stage.
Chase Elliott did get by Todd Gilliland and Austin Cindric. So right now, he is the first car 1 lap down. And it looks like to me, Larson is not really catching it.
And most notably, Chase Elliott. That one really, really hurt. So Wallace and Elliott are running in prominent positions. Speaking of Ryan Priest, I want to congratulate him and his wife, Heather, on the birth of their 2nd child, little boy, Bentley. 22 of Joe Logano being passed by the 48 of Bowman for the 8th position. With only a few laps left of the stage, that is a paying points position, so he will lose 1 point if the 48 can finish the pass.
Logano's not running bad, but everybody he's racing is just simply running better. I mean, he's running. Whoa, is that?
Sounded like a left front tire or something coming apart.
That sounded very odd.
Didn't it? That sounded very similar to Blaney. It did. It caught my attention. I don't know. The right rear's gone. Right rear's gone? Like, let's listen.
Well, here's the line, then we get work on it. This is a green flag, stop to
well, obviously, it's not a tire issue. He couldn't run this speed if the tire was coming apart. But something has like a funny sound to this car when he gets off his gas. Maybe it's just the air coming around the front of the car, around the camera.
As Steve Logano has said, his right rear just gone on the end of this run, so wait free for Logano right now.
Yeah, so just managing it best he can. SVG is about a second, little over a second back, 3 laps to go. He should be able to keep that gap over the 88, I assume.
Oh, Alex Bowman passed Kyle Larson. He is flying. He has come from deep in the field on this run. Dylan, 24th before the stops. He's running 8th now, Dylan.
Yeah, they are really, really fast. And this is one of their best tracks. I spoke with Blake Harris this morning, and he said, Alex just always comes here ready to go fast. He's won here, got a lot of confidence. They unloaded really free yesterday. They did that in Kansas, too, a few weeks ago. We're not very good, but yesterday it didn't phase him. This is just one of those places where Alex can and does make it up if the car isn't perfect. They've been pretty good right now, but the moment is on the charters.
His teammate just crossed the line, 2 laps to go. Kyle Larson has led the most laps today in this 5. Is HendrickCars.com, Zach Brown Band Chevrolet has led 71 laps so far. Kyle Larson right now has run the 71 down. We'll see if he can get by him on this last lap. Right now, the 9 is in the free pass position, and he's got the 34 and the 11 behind him. I think the 9's in a good spot. It's just a question of can Larson pass the 71, and does he really need to? I think if you're the leader with a 2.8-second lead, you just don't take undue risks.
Michael McDowell just became the favorite of all the Chase Elliott fans.
Yeah. On this final lap, presented by Credit One Bank.
Oh, McDowell went to the top right there, trying to get by the 35 of Hurts.
He's going to hold on, though. McDowell will stay ahead.
Larson wins stage 2.
Kyle Larson wins the 2nd stage here in Las Vegas. That makes 10 stage victories this season. Yeah. And Kyle Larson runs the fastest lap of the field on that last lap right there. So that fresh air to the bottom of the racetrack. A couple more laps of that, McDowell would have been in problem. So Logano hung on, as you see down there at the bottom of that graphic, just finishing in the top 10 ahead of Carson Hocevar, grabbing 2 stage points. It's always special to come to Vegas. It's always fun here in Vegas. But who's going to have the best day of them all? We'll know at the end of this next stage.
With schizophrenia, it can feel like your symptoms decide what you do and who you can be. If you still have symptoms, be bold and ask your healthcare provider about Cobenfy, a twice-daily pill for the treatment of schizophrenia. Cobenfy is not an antipsychotic. It's a different kind of treatment. Cobenfy showed overall improvement across a range of schizophrenia symptoms. And in clinical studies, most people saw no substantial weight gain.
Don't take if allergic to Cobenfy, have trouble emptying your bladder or stomach, certain liver problems, or untreated narrow angle glaucoma. Serious side effects such as urinary retention, worsening liver, kidney, bile duct, and gallbladder problems, slow stomach emptying, serious allergic reactions, narrow angle glaucoma, increased heart rate, and side effects in those with kidney problems may occur. Don't drive or use heavy machinery until you know how Cobenfy affects you. Seek help right away if you have hives, swelling of your face, lips, mouth, tongue, or throat, hoarseness, difficulty speaking, breathing, or emptying your bladder.
Imagine what could be Cobenfy.
Imagine what it could be. Cobenfy. When it comes to innovation, these dudes don't play by the book. They be right. Sweat the technique. Science. Jeez. Sunday Night Football on NBC and Mika. You in for a long night.
Fridays, USA is bringing every cheer, every boo, every, from EST to whether it's for the last time, it all comes together on Friday Night SmackDown, 5 Fridays at 8 on USA.
We're here for a good time. Well, welcome to the stroll, baby. You thinking about going to the mall?
I know I'm late, I'm sorry, but I think I got a job.
Ready to start a life together. Happy birthday.
Hey.
Love you.
Nice to meet you. I'm John, by the way.
NASCAR on USA is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Save when you bundle auto, home, or motorcycle insurance. Visit progressive.com. And by South Point Hotel, Casino, and Spa, where the races stay here in Vegas. Speaking of that, in addition to being avid supporters of NASCAR, South Point Hotel and Casino are leaders in the Western lifestyle community, hosting over 42 weeks of equestrian and rodeo events every year. Earlier today at South Point's Victory Lane fan activation, world-renowned Budweiser Clydesdales were on display along with 3 of the best professional rodeo cowboys promoting the National Finals Rodeo coming to Vegas this December. The next trip to Las Vegas, stay where the races and the cowboys stay. That's at South Point. Here we go. Welcome back, Lee Diffie, Jeff Burton, Steve Letarte, and Kim Coon standing by on pit road. It's got active all of a sudden, Kimmy.
That's right. William Byron pocketing the second most stage points today. He said he struggled when he would catch cars, little lazy with the front end this run. So pretty people telling him that they were going to just free him up. He did a tight fit. Dylan.
Kyle Larson, middle of the screen, still has been tight, sliding the front tires. Cliff Daniels said we've got to keep being aggressive, freeing it up. They're playing 2 stops ahead with their next adjustment. The first adjustment, something Kyle could do in the car, Marty.
Best long run speed of the day for Denny Hamlin. He's in the car.
Perfect stop.
Better than he told Chris Gale. You need a better driver just a little bit because I'm just not timing things very well. Speaking of timing, timely picks up at 11 months.
Up to third.
On pit road, Lee.
Good stuff, Marty. Larson stays ahead. Hamlin was able to jump on, so too his teammate Briscoe.
Safe like repair, safe like replace.
1 minute, it's smooth driving.
Come on.
The next, a crack. But at least you can get it fixed now and pay later in 4 interest-free payments at SafeLight.com.
Nice.
And SafeLight can come to you for free, anytime, anywhere, and do everything you need to get back on the road.
SafeLight repair.
Come on.
SafeLight replace.
Go to SafeLight.com and get it fixed now and pay later.
The Tempur-Pedic Breeze makes sleep feel cool. So no more sweating all night or blasting the air conditioner. Because the Tempur Breeze feels up to 10 degrees cooler all night long. Find cooler sleep with the Tempur Breeze collection at an Ashley near you. Alta wanted a hotel with an ocean view. Then he found a vacation rental with an ocean-front yard. Easily find your stay. Expedia. Book now.
Brady, you're a fighter. It's what got us this far, but it can sink us. Have you reached a verdict?
The season finale of The Rainmaker, Friday at 10 on USA.
Why don't you run with us for a while? Got an open spot?
It's a wild animal.
Which one's open?
You don't know what's coming. It backs you in a corner and you have to fight your way out.
You'll be working harder, sleeping less, and carrying more. Bring us together. Let's get back to work. New Chicago Wednesday on NBC and Peacock.
These cases are hard. It's okay if you don't want to fight, because we are going to fight for you. We have to be able to say we did everything we could.
Every move we make is being scrutinized.
He needs to pay for what he did. Some things in life you can't run from.
I'm going to make sure that you spend the rest of your days in a 6x8 cell.
New Law every Thursday on NBC and Peacock.
Love Pro, the best women's professional volleyball, is coming to USA Network. The league features several gold and Olympic silver medalists from the US and around the world, as well as many Division I collegiate national champions, and will look to build on a successful inaugural season in 2025. USA Network coverage will be on Wednesday in prime time, starting January 14th at 8 p.m. Eastern, and leads all the way to the championship match in April. What an afternoon here in Vegas. Beautiful weather, ideal to go racing. How the table's been treating you this week, Stevie? Well, fun. Well, I had a great time. Well, it was fun. The city's so much fun. There's always so much to do, and I think that's really the point, right? It's just a great race fans all the time.
Just
They want races you go to.
leaderboard.
And I always say, like, the tracks give you a different thing. Each city gives you a different thing. So, like, one is the best, right?
Let
so
me
a little
do
bit more
this.
trouble with our playoff drivers. The driver of the 22 lost some spots. Marty, what was up with Logano?
Well, we'll check on the pit stop, Steve, but remember we talked about how he said he went way loose at the end of that run. So Joey asked on the radio to Paul Wolf, how's the right rear? Right rear is fine. The right front, however, is not fine. Look at the cording on the inside of the right front for Joey Logano. Pretty significant cording all the way around for Joey Logano. So one thing that could have played a factor in Logano's stop and definitely did in Denny Hamlin's stop, the sunset here at Vegas. Denny Hamlin talked about it on the radio. Listen in.
I got a little confused on where my box was there because of the sunlight. Just make sure you're waving that thing so I can get my depth perception. Yep, will do.
So, Jeff, that's interesting. Never heard of the sunlight kind of affecting pit road here at Vegas, but it's definitely setting going into turn one and down pit road.
What makes it really difficult, especially, Denny Hamlin, he's got the best spot, but see the sun shining right in his eyes. The advantage Denny has, he has no one in front of him because he qualified on the pole. He got to pick that pit area, but imagine being back in the pack, having to go around another car, having a car.
95 to go here. 24-20 out back. Bell's good tight. We'll go blue down.
At 6 o'clock.
All right, I have the radio on for stage 3 in this one.
If you're a team,
10 away.
you'll be celebrating on one hand because yesterday
5 away.
had
Ready. Green.
see Lamar 10 hour in Jersey.
You're good in your mirror. 20-45 has no help by two. Hold you tight. Still outside 45 with no help. Still there. Clear. Outside. You're clear by foot.
Austin Cindric's a bit of a rugged day. He's been back in the
45 gonna get a shove.
I know the radio is ahead of my TV. Just let y'all know.
Well, yeah, he came down pit road inside the top 10, but a 12 point.
You into 5.
Pit stop.
45 2 to the bottom now.
Relegated to 22 deep in the
You
field.
into 5. 45 1 off you.
Work cut out for him. And real quick,
45 going bottom. Just one inside, right on your door.
After they take the green, you're going to have to run longer. You see right here, driver time a little off.
Half to the bottom to 20, quarter. Inside 20, inside.
Running back Chase Elliott, he did get back in the lead lap because he was the first car
24 going bottom.
Look where he's
Top of
starting
3 staggered. 3 staggered.
The 4 cars behind him,
All right, green flag.
All clear.
A lot of ground to make up.
Roaring into the Echo Park Automotive restarts on.
1 to the 19.
Hamlin is all over the back.
Wide open.
Early in the back.
Inside 24.
He goes by ready.
Still there 24. 19 half off you.
4 wide.
Still there 24.
What a day it has been to Kyle
Still there 3 in your mirror.
Yeah, he
Gonna drag you here.
Championship
Still there dragging your left rear hard.
Comes Denny on the top.
Still 3 in your mirror.
Aggressive move.
clear.
Oh.
On the inside of William Byron. Byron comes back in that green, white, and black Chevy for Hendrick Motorsports.
Here comes Reddick.
3 to the 19.
Reddick is in the mix. He returns the favor to his boss. Reddick second and looking to
Come on, Reddick, get by Larson.
and take the fight to Kyle Larson. Christopher Bell has picked up 3 spots on this restart. Now being put 3 wide. Hamlin's being pushed up high. William Byron down low. He's really forcing the issue with Christopher Bell.
Well, Christopher Bell gave him no room whatsoever. Talking about William Byron, he put his door right on William Byron's door. Christopher Bell, what a restart.
Ty Gibbs nicely in the mix as well. That bright green Ally Chevy for Hendrick Motorsports and Bowman is in there. Keselowski has worked his way into the top 10. What a day for Brad, up 25 positions from the start of this race. What do you see that you like, Steve, early on in stage 3? What a day for Brad, up 25 positions. The 5, he's trying to get that pass done before the 20 gets him. On the bottom, you see the 9 of Chase Elliott trying to work his way through traffic very gingerly. Up to 24th, now 23rd, so the 9 has decent speed. He just has to be very patient. Top box, Christopher Bell has come into this shot. The 20, the Ream Toyota, running third. What can Reddick do about Larson? And are we going to see a non-playoff driver take the opportunity away for a playoff driver to go straight through to the championship 4? That is always living in the back of their minds, Jeff, isn't it?
Oh, it really is. I mean, just think about Christopher Bell, how much emphasis he's put on winning in this round, winning this race, as a matter of fact. Felt like he had a good chance winning the championship last year, had this race kind of wrapped up. But Joey Logano and his team found a way to win it, and Christopher Bell did not. And then he did not advance for the championship.
Down, you're clear. All the way up, all the way up, all the way up.
Then, when you come to this race, you better win it. Well, that makes
two to the mid.
to go.
Two,
We get
you're clear.
Straight green flag run.
Half,
and we'll
quarter.
the timing of the final pit stop. Will we have an ill-timed yellow, which will force these teams to become, a little bit more strategic and break this up a different manner? Yeah, how about the 9 of Chase Elliott slowly recovering up to 23rd?
After getting that lucky dog, this car has been solid that last run.
Quarter.
Still got 2 down off the wall. They did a chassis adjustment at the end of that last stage. Now, they wanted to keep him on offense all day. The mistakes they've made on pit road, though, now he's had to play a little bit defense, but Chase Elliott hoping to field, Marty.
Again, we talked about Joey Logano's slow stop last time. Checked in with Paul Wolf. It was slow on the right rear for Logano, who restarted 16th. Fell back actually a couple spots. Now he's gained back up to 16th. But see, you got to believe this might be something, anything here in stage 3 to get his driver back into the top 10.
Yeah, I just don't know what opportunity you're going to have, because at the front of the field, it is absolute time to go. We are seeing great battles for second, for fourth between Bell and Hamlin right here. Larson leads, but barely. He's just out front of his teammate, the 24 of Byron.
3 to the bottom.
You see how close they are right here off the roof camera. The Toyota onboard of Christopher Bell. Where does Bell go? Bottom or top? Does he wait for the 11 to commit and take the opposite?
2 to the 20.
Kind of does. He lets 11 drive to the bottom. He backs down. Does it pick up the gas a little sooner, make it up on exit? Points as they run. Playoff points as they run. It'll be the 5 of Larson, the 24 of Byron, his teammate, the 11 of Hamlin, and the 20 of Christopher Bell.
How about Byron jumping on the board, trying to make that work?
Lane to use, still there.
So Reddick behind him doing it. Seemed to be making it work.
3 to the
Now
20
he's
with a little run.
Well, there's so much on the line, Jeff, and you've got to race your teammate for it. What's that like?
Well, you want to be respectful of everyone, right? You want to race people respectful, so they'll race you respectful. The fact of the matter is, there's some drivers that you are better racing around than others. You have more respect for them than others. When it comes to teammates, you know, look, Rick Hendrick doesn't pay these guys to run second. He pays them to win. So, yeah, you're not going to go up there and wreck the teammate to win the race on purpose, but you're going to put pressure on him. Rick Hendrick expects you to do that. He doesn't expect you to be disrespectful, but he does want every single one of his drivers going after wins.
20 races since Kyle Larson last saw the checkered flag first. Can he stop that drought here today and lock himself in to Phoenix in the championship 4?
Really good lap.
Like the way that this is building, Stevie, the top 5 are separated by a second. And that's going to be the challenge when you come to that cycle opening, right? Because we have seen earlier in the road make a big difference on the racetrack. So if you're Larson, you want to get away from these guys. Take the pressure off your pit crew and your crew chief to be perfect. If you're Byron or Reddick, Hamlin, Bell, Briscoe, you see them all inside of 2 seconds. You need to stay close enough to give your team an opportunity to make a game-changing move. Marty, what about the 19 of Briscoe currently in 6th?
Yeah, man, Steve, this top 6 is so tight. 5 playoff drivers in that top 6, and Chase Briscoe's been in that top 5 all day long until just a moment ago. Why? Listen to the radio.
Look at the race now. That's up the wall. Down the back, I got a big vibration. I don't know what knows how it was.
Going to the bottom with the 20.
And here's that replay of Chase Briscoe getting into the wall on the restart. James Small did look at videos and he thinks it's fine, but Chase Briscoe came back on the radio a second time and said he thinks the toe is knocked out. So how does that change the game for Chase Briscoe? We don't know how much, Jeff, but certainly feels like he's driving at a bit of a deficit right now.
As close as this field is today, I mean, it is amazing the battle we're having up front and all the way to the back. Anything at all that hurts performance will be a big disadvantage. His pace isn't terrible at the moment. He's not like he's, you know, a 20th-place car by any means, but, you know, when you look at cars that are fired or Reddick today, Hamlin, those guys, you're going to have a really, really good race car.
Just shooting him.
He lets to go. That's the teammates at the front. Kyle Larson, William Byron for Hendrick Motorsports.
1 to the bottom.
Look at this group of the top 5. This is close. This is good stuff.
2 momentum. 3 on entry.
Arizona way for Rex. Who wrecks everything he gets his jaws on.
This was just like what I saw in the spring. I feel like this
Up to 2 years.
And to get helpful tips on getting Rex under control, like trying enrichment toys.
Ooh.
And maybe
3 to the mid to 20.
And definitely
Now 2.
for helpful humans with 24/7 support. For life with pets, it's Chewy.
Okay, Big Wheel. We see you, honey.
Half the bottom quarter.
Right. Well, with Progressive Linear Prices, so I went and found the right auto insurance rate for me. You know this thing.
20 green. 20 green to top.
So, right. No, that's not what you call your auntie's driveway.
Some things you can handle, like finding auto insurance coverage that's right for you with Progressive's Name Your Price.
3 to the mid, no gain.
Oh, well, you know, I think it disappeared with the hairline.
Handling what your loved ones say about you.
Still 3.
You know what's crazy? We're eating breakfast and none of us are morning people. I blame it on the bacon. I concur. Cheers. Cheers. I know, right? Sounds good around now. Concur. I read it in the book. Word of the day. I concur.
What's good?
Whoa, Hamlin trying to take third away from Reddick here.
14 different teams.
2 to the bottom.
Nobody switched teams more than I have.
Good 4 on entry.
All that. I'm switching to straight talk.
The top 5 are literally.
We're good. They got free.
If I had to choose the fastest car, it would have to be Larson and I thought it would be Byron at first, but Larson's looking really strong. Like no one, I think, has been able to pass Larson today, from what I can see. I thought it originally was Reddick that was the fastest, but I think Larson, I think Larson's having the fastest car today. If I have to pick one. And for Larson's expectations, it's been a minute since he last won. It's been since, like I said, since May. So.
Eat it in your mid-sized sedan. Eat them on your bed, or eat them at the movies, you sneaky boy. Just make sure you eat them before they're gone. Arby's, we have the meat.
About 4, no run.
Running deep into the afternoon and deep into this race, the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs continue in Vegas. South Point 400. Time to take a look at today's lap leaders. Brought to you by.
Just a little bit tight, man. Just a little bit.
He's led 101 laps. Do you know that he's won here 3 times? He's never lost when he's led more than 100 laps. He's 3 for 3. He's perfect in that regard here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Does he make it 4 today and lock himself in to the championship 4?
We've had a lot of conversations of what has happened to 5 over the summer, really since May on. They've quieted down. With Daniels just not gone into detail, but he said the team has been through a lot. A lot of personnel stuff.
70 to go 7-0.
Racetrack that they've all dealt with. He's been very proud of how they've kind of circled the wagons, all took care of one another, gone through those moments. And Jeff, this is back to Kyle Larson that we know, and no better time than now in the playoffs. It's not just a good 5 car, it's this lap leading 5 car. There is Cliff Daniels right there, the general of the ship. Does an amazing job leading this crew. It's clear who's in charge on the radio. Everyone knows the talent he has behind the wheel of Kyle Larson, and this is the form that Rick Hendrick, Jeff Ford, the executives are definitely excited to see. I'll be the same about William Martin, right? Where's the
Still there, Lane. Still there.
Compared to what he had earlier in the year, and here they are. Well, in first second,
Youthful Jeff Burton
oh,
at the bottom of
did
the
you see that?
screen. I did.
See that? I did.
Clear about 2 to the wall. About 2. About 2. About 2.
You did. We're going to put that in here. We're going to really do. We're going to really make a point. Got that report.
Still 4 out back.
You saw the replay of the 19 having contact with the wall in the last couple laps. He lost a couple spots. He got by. Got by. So Jeff, the challenge for the 19 toe is not only could it hurt the speed of the car, but maybe tire wear as well. I mean, you see a bit of tire wear. Toe's not a thing you're going to fix. Not much. You know, I just don't see it. I think it's just
45 in the very bottom.
Shorter run. Look at this.
2 to the 20. Still inside. Facing up the hill.
Up to third.
All clear.
Co-owner and employee. Remember that dramatic finish at Kansas?
3 to the mid. All clear 8
and
here.
Bubba Wallace got together and up into the fence went Bubba. Now here's Hamlin and the other driver. 23-11. Tyler Reddick, one of the other 2 drivers, I should say. From 23-11, and Denny makes that stick for the time.
4 off the wall. All good exit.
What a scrap this has been, Jeff.
Yeah, and going at it.
2. 1.5.
This all day.
1.
This again, I feel like this was it's an above average
1 back. 1 lane higher.
Vegas race to say.
Still 1 back in line. 20's inside of him. Now 45 got tight by 3.
Into turn 3.
About 4 to both.
Hamlin's going to have the right momentum on corner exit. Who does the 20 go with? Because I think there is a lift.
2 to the 20 ran bottom.
Pushes. Pointed up top, now comes at the bottom.
30 green here. 3-0 green. 1 back 20. Half. 2 back through the mid. Still 2. Still 2.
We're not even 2.5 hours into the race, and we're already at lap 200. Man, this race has flown by quickly. The only caution we had for incident was with Ryan Blaney's tire issue. That's it.
See your lapper.
And has only gone one way. He went to the front on lap 174.
By 4. No run.
Pardon me, well before that. He's led for 108 laps.
Clear. All clear. All clear.
It's been so stable.
This 20 car, Christopher Bell.
Good lap. He's been working traffic better than the 2 in front.
Early in the race, he didn't look that great. You know, maybe a 10th place car. They made a change to the car. Restart. He took off really, really well.
Got a lot of spots. And here he is, almost the same pace as Kyle Larson. So they've done a really good job. I'd say the Atlanta's done a good job of making their car better as well. You know, what I like about the 20 is just how versatile it is. It was the bottom of Indigo, then it was the top, then it was the middle. It looks like the 20's not married to a certain position. So right here, once again, he's going to let the 11 decide. He's going to run the middle. He allows his car to get that cleaner air, generate the downforce required across the diffuser.
Up here, been staying bottom. You're good by 4.
Tires, I think, on the aggressive side, 10 laps away from a pit stop, more conservative, maybe 15 to 18 laps away from a pit stop. Who's willing to gamble? Who is happy with the day they're having, saying, man, we're good at the points. You're valid +8. You see that playoff bubble. You say, I'm just going to stick with it. Or are we continuing to think a win is the goal? And how
20 on the bottom.
you dare be on this pit cycle to vault your car forward?
Want to give a quick shout out on playoff drivers. Hosaba, Buscher, Keselowski. Buscher is
here, 78 here.
in the top 13.
Before for my COPD, I had bad days.
Still 3.
He's ruined my flare-ups.
Still 3.
That could permanently damage my lungs.
78.
Then I talked to my doctor about breasttree, and I noticed things changed. Breasttree gave me better breathing. Starting within 5 minutes, my
by 4 here. Black 44 can stand middle to third lane.
And was even proven to reduce flare-ups, including those that could send me to the hospital. Now, I worry less about bad days and enjoy more good days.
Breasttree won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. It is not for asthma. Tell your doctor you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Breasttree more than prescribed. Breasttree may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur. Can't afford your medication? AstraZeneca may be able to help.
Ask your doctor about Breasttree for COPD.
Just barely tight. 30 seconds. Copy.
Four back to the 20. He's been working middle. 3 back to the mid. Still clear. 2 back with a little run at you.
NASCAR USA is brought to you by Toyota.
All right.
Still clear, 1.5. Got a little run here, 1.
Class experts.
Half.
Great view, high above Sin City.
3 through the mid. Still clear. Still clear by 2.
From downtown to the strip to where we are here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. You've never been worth a visit. Come on out and see it. Have some fun.
Half in line, quarter.
How fast and competitive.
Inside barely.
Okay, Denny's plus 22. So
very bottom in there. Forward just now.
Earlier, since the green flag pit stop a stage ago, he was outside the top 20.
Got a straightaway out back. You're shooting him.
He has driven himself into the top 10, running
clear.
And we focus so much on these playoff cars that continue to dominate. But this 48 is hounding the group in front. And you just wonder, is this the breakthrough for the 48, right? 48 race winless streak.
Briscoe's going on pit road.
Street race the last time, as now we see the 19 finally come to pit road. Marty Briscoe on pit road for service.
Bottom here, yellow.
When he made contact with Walt Chase Briscoe,
We're still going on pit road.
He fell back to the back half of the top 10. Adrian again to pit road. He said, quote, I'm plowing my brains out here. And you see that right because they're trying to free up the 19 car. Joey Logano, meanwhile, coming down pit road. He told Paul Wolf just a moment ago. 2 free on the 22 car. He was 8.
All right.
From Logano came to pit road.
Optimize your lap time here.
48 to 54. I talked about Bowman, but look, he's chasing Ty Gibbs, and look, gonna have some pretty good contact.
Oh.
Bang! Oh, big contact. You wonder if there's real damage to the front of that 48. Fortunate it didn't spin Ty Gibbs out. Just get the best he can. It doesn't look bad to the naked eye, but if it moves the splitter or unseals those hook vents, that could absolutely hurt the downforce. But his job of chasing the 54 did cycle him in front off from pit road. Mark, that's the key. Hit the guy in front of you.
That's always the key, right, Jeff? Hey, we talked about and debated whether or not
Who's right?
Billy Scott would come early here with 55 laps to go. More splitting it in the middle for Reddick, who's had the same complaint all day long. Limit 2-3 the further they run, but clearly they've got a top 5 car, needs just a little bit more to be a winning car, Kim.
And for the 24 of William Myron, most of that run, he said it was pretty good. Just a couple of laps ago because the right rear does not feel great. We definitely need a little bit more for longevity. More fresh figure tires, no go fuel, Dylan.
Christopher Bell's been a little bit snug and a little bit free all day today.
Good lap.
In the balance and perfection on this run. He wants to be a half number tighter on exit for this final run potentially of the day. 4 tires and fuel for the 20. Kyle Larson will be in as well. He reported just less overall grip this run. We told you that Cliff Daniels had an adjustment planned a couple of stops ago to try to help get them a little bit better for this final run to try and get him freed up. We'll see what that is here as Larson gets ready to hit his marks here. The Zach Brown band, number 5 car, different look for him here. They'll go around and change right side tires. There's the adjustment. They have plant brakes on the back side window on the left side. Here's the left side tires. Smooth stop service and the change for Larson.
One extra lap for Kyle Larson and coming around the 43 of Eric Jones. We will see if that is a difference maker. So here, bottom of your screen, Byron already has serviced his car. Start finish now. The 5 on the apron up through the gears. But remember, at 190 miles an hour of top speed, it is going to take Larson a little bit up to speed as he sneaks around the apron. This one is going to be close. Real
Hitting this time. Hitting this time. I got your mark.
Yes, he does. Lead change. Byron in front of Larson on the cycle. Teammate on teammate. 2
That's your mark.
Back for Byron. 8 seconds between the lap, and he had to come around the 43 on the green.
1 red, second, 1 red. Here.
Who has made the right adjustment?
2 red now.
Track rules with 51 to go. Remember that moment. Just under the 50 lap
I
on
believe he's going to green.
But when
Now
you're
green.
getting
You're
by
clear him.
teammate on that pit stop section. I think the 11 of Denny Hamlin saying, hey, you know what?
2 red.
Great day. We're having a great points day.
And away.
He's 51 to go in this race, and he might not want to run that long.
2,
on the second
1.
pit. So he's got to extra lap. A caution here. Bingo. You're looking great. You can service your car into caution. If he does put under green, the negative, he will lose a ton of time that the guys have to pit in. The positive is he will have fresher tires to make a difference in the last 5 laps. On board, top box, Denny Hamlin. Let's see what a green flag spot looks like.
He was 15 back to the 6 by himself. 5 back.
Simon Lawson's pit.
Coming outside.
That orange ball
Clear.
from the right-hand side. You see with the sun, it's hard to see. Right to speed. Now he's looking at his dash. It's hard to tell with his visor, but he's very, very focused. Remember, all the way down at pit stall 1. Last pit stall on pit road, Marty.
Gotta love this chest move from Chris Gale. So far, not the speed maybe to beat the 5 and 24.
Here's the leader here in front, older stuff.
Fresher tires for Hamlin from the down pit road with 49 laps to go. Will it pay off into the run?
All right. What are we doing?
Yes, that's right. On how the track changes, that's going to be who wins.
I was gonna say we looked a little slow on our right fronts. All right, 11 point. I was gonna say we were a little slow on our right rear, right front, right tires.
Byron running 4th. There's Hocebar right there. So he's entering into turn 3. There's Byron. So let's give you the run. Bell behind him. We continue to look further back. You're going to see Bowman in the bright green car jump in the picture. That 48 is fast, guys. Then there's the 54, there's the 19.
Similar stunt here, 47 laps. We did have a few fours on the right front there.
There he is. But Denny was still in his...
Obviously, we lost more time than we wanted there. Do what you can for us. I know you go through everything here for the last 45.
Right, because the execution wasn't Let's see. This has been a little bit of an Achilles heel. Remember that dominant race at Kansas went away on a slow 2-tire stop. This is just, you can't have that issue on the jack at this point of the season. Listen, it's human error. It's easy to do, but you can't.
This is what's going to cost us a championship. That's exactly what cost us in 2019. It's
Stressful times for Chris Gale and the crew chief. Remember, they had some crew members suspended. 2 of them suspended. This is the first race back.
just when it matters most, man. Pit road has just been. Hopefully we can get out there and get some track position, but geez, man, you have got to be together, pit crew. That's what's going to cost us a championship.
That's the tough part about being a pit crew. You're going to do hundreds of pit stops, and you just hope that the natural mistakes that will come over the course of the year, they come at the right time of the season where you can somehow recover with the right time of the race.
With 46 to go.
Daytona 500 winner, William Byron for Hendrick Motorsport, out front. Got by his teammate and is enjoying just over a 1 second advantage over Kyle Larson. Whose day is it going to be? Opportunity to lock into the championship 4 in Phoenix.
William Byron is indeed one of my picks to make it to the championship 4. So.
And battling over a bottle of champagne. Harness this, put it in that, so you can feel like this.
Times are really good.
Win.
$7 for a coffee? Nah. How about Sonic Salted Caramel Toffee Iced Coffee with cold foam for only $2.99? It's the fancy without the pricey. Better yet, try it for free with any purchase in the Sonic app.
So there I was, scrolling eBay.
When I saw this,
Still in the box. It's like the exact same one my mom wore.
this whole time it was right there on eBay.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay.
I'm being told this is legal deal from Liberty Mutual. They'll save you hundreds by customizing your car insurance. And his private dog is the gentleman under the security guard.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty.
40 to go here. Keep whipping it. 40 to go.
Valvoline Restore and Protect. A first-of-its-kind innovation that returns pistons to factory clean by removing up to 100% of deposits to restore your engine to perform like new. Restore and Protect. Another first from Valvoline.
Wi-Fi speeds as fast as home, even when you're on the go.
Everyone has a ritual. That small thing that keeps us focused.
A habit we never skip to clear our minds and elevate our performance.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game? To drown out that self-doubt and support your mental health. Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body. It's about taking care of your mind and your mental health. Discover the resources that you
Having a car blended bottom.
and your mental health is priority.
Clear.
With 39 laps left in this South Point 400, let's have a look at the Xfinity fastest laps. Who owns them? Chase Briscoe got it nice and early in this one. Kyle Larson did it on lap 174 when he retook the lead. So there's a quick snapshot for you. This Relay Chevrolet, though, continues to fly out in front. William Byron over Kyle Larson. Let's go a little further. Let's go through. Let's go through the top 10. Kim Coon kicks us off. Kimmy?
Yeah, William Byron running in that first position. Had a great chat with Crew Fuel this morning where he told me they learned a lot and it's about what not to set up lights.
5 back to the 7. Not for position. Just put tires on.
Good on the long run. Best 5, 10, and 15 lap average. Just need some little tweaks for today. They have stepped it up. Led right now going on 54 laps for 18 stage points. Right now this is telling them to take care of their time.
Tell more of the story. Take a listen. What'd you say?
3 back third lane. Still clear. Still clear. Still clear.
No sweat. We're going to hit this time. All good. 96 feet.
So Larson missed the call to pit by a lap.
1.5.
Wondering come in a little bit earlier, a lap earlier. Did that make the difference or not? We'll find out. Larson said the car's as good.
2 back through the mid.
But is it good?
1 back through the mid.
24, that remains to be seen.
Still clear.
Christopher Bell in third said his car has taken
Right with you here. 7 better tires.
as good as it
15 grand your stuff this time.
He told us all weekend that this is the race.
3 through the mid. Still clear. Still clear. Still clear.
The ball back outside the top.
2 back.
1 point. Car maybe as good as it's been all day for them.
1 back 19 in front for position.
What happened to them?
Right with you 7.
And Alex Bowman, you guys have talked about him. He runs in the 4th spot.
2 back through the mid. Half outside. Outside 7.
In the spring, they raced Austin Cindric for a stage win. Had a disaster day on pit road. Came from the back 3 times and still finished 7th. This day has been much calmer. They've got speed in this car, and the track position is showing, Marty.
Boy, Dylan, what a run today for Tyler Reddick. Maybe their best run in recent memory, in the top 5 the entire day. But they need to take
19
that
and 54 falling hard up here.
car just goes way too free as it runs. Lee?
You race leader, Monty. Lawson has got the 5 back out in front. How did it happen? What happened to William Bowman? Whoa!
That shows you how on edge these cars are. To go fast, you have to be loose. The back of the car, kid, is always going to be borderline. And you saw it right there, how loose he was.
Yeah, nearly a second off on that lap for William Byron, which is way better than the opposite, which could have been a wrecked race car. A heck of a save, but that puts Larson back in control. Is that the move that determines? Almost crashed. Almost crashed. That's right. That's what we call a crash that didn't happen.
Really good lap.
Take your breath away, Jeff. Well, then you got to get back going, right? The race isn't over.
I reckon 4. Back it down. Back it down.
Some minutes going to slow down, right? There's still a race to go.
I fucking knew it. I fucking knew we weren't going to go all the way. Hit road if you won't. Take your way through here.
And has a moment that big. I mean, it just shocks me that these guys run this length of time under 3.
What happens? The guys don't wave. We got to that to 20.
Behind another car. The car just literally is so free that one of the best stock car drivers in the world almost wrecks by its.
How's your balance there? This will probably
35 laps.
Under 30 something to go.
Unbelievable these guys are to do this all day.
Balance was good to take off.
That's what the speed is. The problem is, if you cross over it, that happens.
Discounting the stage breaks, there's only been 1 caution in this South Point 400 today, and that was for Ryan Blaney earlier when he got into the wall. But here's that moment where, in William Byron's words, he said, "I almost crashed, but I said, oh, there is a wreck."
All that carbon and shit still laying up here all over the place.
Oh! Oh, it's Byron! Nemechek!
After a brilliant day, the driver of the relay Chevy.
Oh, that's big.
Kim, tell us why. Tell us more.
Yeah, William got on the radio and said, I had no idea he was pitting. I had no idea he was pitting. What was he doing? So William Byron kind of scratching his head there on what that incident and what caused it.
John Hunter.
Ty Dillon.
Ty Dillon. Wounded race cars everywhere.
That looked big.
Big contact. The pit road here is kind of far around the corner. We've seen some guys as they break, get up into the racing line. Just take a look. Oh, wow.
Oh!
Oh, my goodness. No.
Did Ty Dillon?
Yeah, my balance was good and clean air. You know where I'm going to be. It's probably going to be a little bit tight.
Their arms on hitting.
Oh, that was huge.
Clearly, no communication from up there. William Byron just had no indication he was going to pit.
Look at John Hunter. Nemechek sideways down the pit road.
Oh, my gosh.
Everything is all still laying up
Oh.
here. I got trucks in the bottom lane.
Oh, wow.
There are many drivers that have come to
That was big.
on the white line. I think you should be on the white line. I know it's a little quicker if you're using more of the racetrack, but maybe we don't know what was going on with Ty Dillon. Maybe he was having a problem with his car, had to come to pit road quickly. We just don't know. But what an impact!
That's done. Byron's cooked. That was big.
Just slamming into the back. An amazing day. 55 laps led. AMR safety team on the scene.
The only positive that they can take from this race is the speed that they brought and the playoff points that they earned. 18 stage points, not playoff points, 18 stage points.
Is some 10 radio.
Happened there.
Spotter we were coming to, he just didn't get it.
Whatever. Take it out of our misery anyways. I apologize there, buddy. That was terrible.
That was communication. The spotter
Byron's now -7.
was saying that he was letting them know, I guess is what he is saying there, but we heard the report that William had no idea. You can tell by the closing rate, he had no idea that the 10 was slowing down.
Got the middle lane.
Wow.
Second lane and third lane open up here. Got trucks up top and bottom.
So when people start pitting, you start recognizing, hey, there's a pit sequence going on. And you're a little more aware that guys might be pitting in front of you, but the 10 car pitting is kind of completely out of sequence with everyone else.
Yeah.
So William would not have been thinking that he was going to come down pit road.
Related to say, yeah. Just had that big loose moment, right? I'm trying to get back in the rhythm and watch this closing rate. For both the drivers to get out and are okay, it is an incredibly positive result, but this was nasty.
Yep. But he just had nowhere to go. Like miscommunication, I'm sure. Wow, that was big.
I had bad days. Days ruined by flare-ups. That could permanently damage my lungs.
This would bring Denny Hamlin back in it.
And I noticed things changed. Breaststroke gave me better breathing. Starting within 5 minutes, my lung function improved.
Open, Gil. Open.
Breaststroke also helped improve my symptoms and was even proven to reduce flare-ups, including those that could send me to the hospital. Days and enjoy more good days.
Breaststroke won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. It is not for
19 is your 5-away mark. He'll be going at our 5-away mark.
Don't take Breaststroke.
54 in front of him. He'll be going stall 30. Stall 30 on the 54.
Call your doctor if hoarse breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur. Can't afford your medication? AstraZeneca may be able to.
Around the 19, you'll be clear in here.
For COPD.
Second gear, 1 red.
Time is going to be easy tonight. Wings to go for game time.
Here. 2 red now.
15 minutes, which is why we got to go. It's to go time.
Going to greens now. Green.
I was up the car. Liberty Mutual customized. Wait, am I one of those Liberty Mutual commercials where they stand on the
2 red now.
Liberty Mutual
10 away.
is your car insurance, so you only pay for what you
5.
Yes.
2, 1. Wheel straight, front brake.
And this one. Seagulls. Oh, I like it. How are you doing?
Straight, 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 straight.
Oh, goals one. Now the maintenance.
Now fucking take off.
Yes, a little update goes a long way. With an extra 20% off store-wide, you can update your home and your closet. This is Mama's house now.
Active pit road. It comes alive with what should be the last stop of the day.
All right, big stop here. Big stop.
Race leader Kyle Larson top of the screen said the car turns better, but I had less overall grip. He just asked for
The
more
money stop.
grip for the last 25 laps. Christopher Bell in the middle box said the car took off really well.
Pit crew needs to step up here. Got lucky we got a caution.
Definitely better on that run. I'm just not sure when I am lacking. He's having to get more speed. 2-tire call for James Hall. That was the last second call. Denny Hamlin, second chance.
Way better. Much better of a stop.
And a host of 2-tire stops. How about that, Lee?
They're rolling the dice on the pump, but they're rolling the dice here in Vegas.
4 tires. We took.
Working up top in the restart zone.
Is it going to make it?
I believe you.
Unfortunately, William Byron, Ty Dillon, no longer in this race after that awful.
That is destroyed.
COPD is an ugly reality. I watch as his breath just keeps getting smaller. But then Trelegy helped us see things a little differently. With 3 medicines in 1 inhaler, Trelegy keeps airways open for a full 24 hours and prevents future flare-ups.
Top 3, 19, 22, 6 are on right.
So he can breathe more freely.
Larson's 4th on 4. 88 is 5th on right. And then from the 48 back, all 4.
Trelegy more than prescribed. Trelegy may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor for some breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur.
Ask your doctor about once daily Trelegy for COPD, because breathing should be beautiful all day and night.
$7 for a coffee? Nah. How about Sonic Salty Caramel Talking Iced Coffee with cold foam for only $2.99? It's fancy without the pricey. Better yet, try it free with any purchase in the Sonic app. There's a method to all this motorsports madness. A reason to do all this shit thing. And battling over a bottle of shit. Harness this. Put it in that. So if you like this, now you're free. You in?
So there I was, scrolling eBay.
When I saw this,
Still in the box. It's like the exact same one my mom wore.
This whole time it was right there on eBay.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay.
From Las Vegas to Talladega, next weekend, we'll see you in Alabama at all 3 series.
Said I'll be there.
Fox, and you've got NASCAR Xfinity Series, both qualifying, everything on CW. And we'll be on that way for Talladega, but for Martinsville, and of course, the championship finale as well. NBC next Sunday from Talladega. It will be an important race in the complexion of this championship run. And so too will the closing 24 laps of this race here. Time now for the Ones to Watch, presented by Credit One Bank. So I think you're going to stay with this guy here in the 5, Kyle Larson. He's 3 for 3. Every time you're at this track, when he's led more than 100 laps, he's gone on to win. So does he become
number
time winner?
It's not 3.
Yes. I'm going to a non-playoff driver, Alex Bowman, in the 48. Well, it's been 48 races since this car went to victory lane. I'm going to tell you, he's the second car on 4 fresh tires, only in 6. His teammate did it at Kansas for 10th and only 2 laps. So 6th to 1st with 25. I think he could be the
leader, bottom 1.
The guy behind him also on 4 tires, Christopher Bell, runner-up in this race. The last 2 years, he told us at the start of this race, during the pace laps, how excited he was to get going, and here he is, the chance to win with a short run to the finish. Let's ride along with Christopher Bell. The crash with William Byron. And
23 to go when you get it right.
Sun in his eyes, smoke in front of him, hangs it left, goodbye. It's so often that we talk about drivers who get unlucky. That was incredibly fortunate, and that may just allow Christopher Bell to capitalize and go on and lock his way into the championship four. We'll see. Need to give you some important numbers. So the 19, Chase Briscoe out in front. The 2-tire stop, he went from 6th to 1st. For Joey Logano, he went from 13th to 2nd with that 2-tire stop. For the 6 of Brad Keselowski, 14th to 3rd. And for the 88 of Shane Van Gisbergen, he's come from 16th to 5th. They're all gambling a little to see if they can last. They've all had Joey Logano down most of the day. He's really been running for the playoff guys. Paul Wolf and this team, hey, we're going to do something different. They did it in this race last year. You know, B started. They nowhere near had the best car. Found a way to the white line again. So let's focus on the bottom left just for a second. Minus 32. He's wrecking off, not going anywhere. Chase Elliott, minus 24. Running an 18. Lots of points available if he can move forward.
Now
Joey Logano, minus 21. Ready, points available. One more green. If he can win this race.
Goes the tail tight all the way up. Line there. Go quarter in front. On. Just one outside.
Restarts right here.
One outside. Stay low here. Stay low. Caution. You're good here.
Restart in 10th.
Blue switch for me, please. Confirm.
Take off with forward momentum, 2 tires. You don't know which lane's going to go well. You haven't seen this today. This is the first time we've been in this situation. So if you're Bell, what are you doing here? Are you jumping on the outside trying to make 3 wide?
Well, Bowman is. He's going to go on the apron. That 48 car is probably on the apron leaving the trial.
Remember, you cannot change lanes until you get to start and finish line.
All I see.
And keep in mind that black and gold, number 5, Henry Motorsports champion Kyle Larson, is the first car on 4 tires.
Here we go. Green flag out.
Echo Guard Automotive restart zone. Back to it. Logano and Briscoe, the 2 tire stop. Keselowski, the 2 tire stop. Larson did.
Oh no!
Wow, they're wrecking.
There they go.
It's tight into the wall.
And a big wreck.
Then they got the 88 of SPG also involved. Almendinger, the 16. You could feel that it was building.
They got 3 wide.
A couple
Entering
roads
turn,
were,
entering turn 1. And I feel like they wrecked before they even got to turn 1.
Exactly. So the 6 blocks bottom, 48 drives middle. That's
still waiting on the lineup. They started and got to the 5 and quit.
Really not even at full speed. I think they just start ping-ponging off each other. Let's take a really good look here. Watch 4th row. Now 3rd row.
The 54's right rear and the 20's left front come in contact with one another.
There is oil down here as well.
They're not in defined lanes.
Started
Right here, 20's looking left.
Leaving.
Oh, yep. I don't know if the 20 was getting pushed by the 54, but the contact between Bell and the 54 sends the 54 spinning.
And I feel like it started with the 88 and the 20. What's
6, 11, 20.
Contact right
11, 20.
Oh, yeah. Clear high, ding. Okay.
They're still working on the engine over off 2. Keep your eyes
Bell's
open.
trying to get to the front to win this race, and it's just... Yeah, he was going to try to go to the middle, and the 54 was coming up. Just a restart. I mean, it's just everybody... Look at Chase Elliott back here. Look how close he gets to getting in this wreck.
Here's the view from Ty Gibbs. And listen.
Wow. Yeah, contact between Gibbs and Shane Van Gisbergen, and Ty Gibbs going around. Oh, that was a hit.
What do you even do, right?
So like the 20
Hamlin rolls around in 6th, looks like.
Below the 88, the 54 was coming up, and that's right, just a restart. I mean, you just have to be so aggressive.
It's been Ginsberg's view. So is Cody Ware.
I mean, what are you going to do? There's nothing you can do. He was slowing down. You saw people beside him not slowing down, speeding up, and it actually worked out better for them.
But the fact that minding his own business and wrong place, wrong time.
He did nothing wrong.
Kim, tell us more about Chase Elliott.
Yeah, he didn't get quite out of that damage-free. He said he got hit on the left rear pretty hard on the tire. He said, I think it's bent, but nothing we can do. Right now, running in the 15th position. Not enough damage that they're going to give up that track position to bring him down, but something to keep an eye on as we continue. 21 laps to go here at Vegas, Marty.
Tim, glad to see Ty Dillon out of the infield care center, the caution before. So walk us through your perspective on things. Did your spotter let the 24 know you were coming to pit road?
Yeah, it was a rough day for our Field and Street Sugarland team. There was something wrong with our race car all day. We just couldn't get it fixed. So we were hoping to get it back to the shop and diagnose that. My spotter told me that he let the 24 spotter know we were coming to pit road. Maybe I didn't wave him off enough, but I feel like at this level, you kind of trust your spotter to
do that. I don't know what we do different there. Just about to hit pit road and just take tires. We kind of are taking our medicine on the day, unfortunately. And hate it for the Hinder guys. I hate it for Chevrolet that it happened that way. But I'm not even looking out of the mirror at that point. I'm just trying to hit my points to get on pit road. And he hit me hard. So
got to clean up a lane off the wall here just before we start on.
Were you coming to pit road higher than you normally had all day long in our green flag stop?
I don't think so. No, that's pretty much the line I'd taken all day. Trying to still compete, get on pit road as hard as I can to use up as much of the banking as you can that you did down low. I don't think I was egregious in that. So maybe just a lack of information being transferred. I know our car looked really cool with the camo on it with Field and Stream, and maybe it blended in a little bit, but I hate it for them. We brought on great partners this year, and we didn't put our best foot forward as a team, but we hope to have them back, hope to have Sugarland's back, and do good for them in the future.
Well, Lee, as he mentioned, a hard impact. Just glad to see that Ty Dillon is okay after that one.
And Jeff, you and I sat up here and watched a couple ways to reflect pit stops, and I think it's fair to say that he could have been closer to the white line, but I think it's absolutely fair to say he is by no means higher than a lot of other cars that have been coming to pit road. So, I don't know what everybody's going to say when driver etiquette is. Not the lowest, but not the highest. I'm on the other side of the conversation.
Let's chat with William Byron. Glad to see him on the infield care center. How all that went down and how much time you had to react when you saw the 10 coming to pit road.
I never saw him wave. I didn't see any indication that he was pitting. And it was probably 12 to 15 miles after he had pitted. So,
That's for sure.
Nobody said anything to my spotter, from what I know. I had zero idea. Everybody's been wrapping the paint really far around the corner, and that's what I was doing to have a good lap. And I was.
Well, they're red flag the race.
He missed the bottom.
Fucking burning all the laps off.
And I was like, had no idea what was going on. So I'm just devastated. I had no indication. So I obviously wouldn't have just driven full speed in the back of him like that.
You talk about the devastation. Were you thinking that you had a winning race car today, William?
We were right there with the 5. I got loose a few laps before and lost the lead, which I was bummed about, but was going to try to get my balance back to a reasonable place. I was a little bit loose that run, looser than I expected to be, and we just kind of pacing it. And, just as good as we were and just as good as the race was going, for random shit to happen like that, it just sucks. So I don't know. I can't believe it. I obviously would never do that. During the cycle, you're anticipating guys pitting, and it just sucks.
You can tell the disappointment in his voice, but I want to go back to the word William Byron used, Lee, and that was devastation. He knew he had a shot to win the race, and certainly to lose it in that fashion, not what the 2014 wanted or expected.
Well, a couple things. I think communication is the key here. Ty Dillon said he did not wave. He did not give an indication to William Byron he was pitting. He expected his spotter to provide that information. Brandon Lyons, one of the very best spotters in the series.
Yeah, I was
miscommunication.
That's exactly what happened.
He never saw the signal from the spotter. So miscommunication all the way around on the spotter stand and also on the racetrack. And also, you had no idea that he was going to pit because the pit cycles had already happened. He just was no indication that someone was going to be pitting, so he wasn't looking for it. So, Jeff, you were spot on. I didn't even think of that, but it was clear that these drivers understand when you're in a pit cycle to just be more aware of that. It's his first comment was we were 12 or 15 past my pit stop, so I assumed the cycle was done. Then he followed up with the line to help his car was to wrap the white line even longer. You probably wouldn't have done that. If just an awful set of circumstances comes down to communication. If he felt the 10 was too high, I feel like William would have said that. He didn't. So I just feel like this is an area of the racetrack that we see close calls a lot, and lack of communication and a kind of an oddly timed pit stop ends up taking William Byron out of the race. If Ty Dillon could have been on the white line, he still would have hit him. Good point. That's a great point. That was because he was on the white line. Yes, the closing was so great. It was not a bad. Man, that's too bad. You could just tell. I mean, everybody poor William is just shell shocked. Right? He's trying to process everything that's happened.
Well, because if you think big picture wise, he doesn't go to the championship for the next 2 weekends. He'll be thinking back to that moment.
Yes,
for so long, and he was so good today, leading 55 laps. Keen to get the thoughts
of Brad Doherty and our Hall of Famer DJ Dale. Jared, what do you make of this?
Crazy. We're going to run this many laps under caution.
Well, it's been a great race, a lot of battling, a lot of strategy. That last restart, I want to go back to Brad.
So far, it's been an above average, you could say, NASCAR race today.
We had drivers that are in the playoffs getting 4 tires there, and then also have drivers that aren't in the playoffs anymore. They took 2 tires, got themselves in a position right here, so got to the perfect storm for something to happen. Not even sure it's the last caution of the day the way this is going.
Yeah, I think that's all because of Kyle Larson. And Briscoe and Logano both took 2 tires. They both have loaded race cars. They're in front. Larson's closest to him. He gets past those guys. They'll be difficult for the rest of the playoff guys to pass. So everyone was trying to get as much real estate as possible on that restart. And I think you have to do that because it gets spread out. You let Larson get shotgun on the fifth, you got a problem. So when that flag drops, you got to go.
One thing that I want to make note of here is that this long caution is a major advantage to Briscoe and Logano on 2 tires.
Yep.
We know 4 tires are better than 2. And you now have got tons of heat out of those tires. I'm not saying they're going to be better, but this is best case scenario for these 2 cars.
One other thing is Bowman, who was kind of the guy squeezing his way through 3 wide. He was scored in front of the 5 at the time of yellow. So he'll now be the 3rd car coming to choose. We'll see if he chooses inside or outside.
It'll be 14 to go. And
Correct.
1 more to go.
You said it earlier. RFK still trying to get that win. That would take a lot of the sting out of the year. Hamlin and Bell back in the mix. Chase Elliott all the way up to 13th. By the way, it's not the kind of history you want to create, but that was a landmark moment for Cup racing at Vegas for the biggest single accident with 11 different cars involved. That was wild. And the laps just keep on ticking down. Music to the ears. The 19 team, the 22 team, and those who took 2 tires. Van Gisbergen is out. Of course, he was involved in that accident. Keselowski's one of those 2 tire stoppers.
3.
Let's go back, continue the conversation with Ty Dillon and William Byron. So there's Ty Dillon, the first car. There's a car between them, right? So Ty Dillon down the back straightaway, no indication. Hand out the window, there's nothing. I'm kidding. And Ty Dillon said, "Hey, I didn't show it because I was expecting my spotter to communicate that." With his hand out the window, had he done that, William Byron sees that. He can see it, and he just never got his hand out the window. The communication didn't happen on the spotter stand. So, just again a lack of communication, and here we are. Jeff, you feel like as a driver, you feel like you have an obligation, even in today's world of communication, hand out the window. I think hand out the window is never wrong. Just old school, right? Like, I don't think it's wrong.
Getting ready for the choose rule here.
45, 17,
right, choose.
6,
Yep.
20, 47,
top,
4.
no surprise. 48 Bob, 5 top. No surprise really there for me as well.
All right, man. 14 to go here. We'll go blue down. Get everything ready.
I don't want to call it desperation, but there's going to be some very enthusiastic driving at this restart.
Car's going.
The likes of Alex Bond trying to get a first win on the season. With those trying to put themselves into the championship.
Ready.
Ready.
Green.
Dylan,
push. Neither one of the front 2 have help. You're good in your mirror about half. Close it to you, 3/4.
It's definitely been
top 3.
Still don't know
top 3.
Enough, but we just had a big spot. We fallen back to the 7th or 8th, wherever we were, and
45, 1 off, you out back, still 3.
So we'll see how it shakes out. Could be up here in a few laps. So
still 3.
Yeah. So hopefully chase.
2 wide, just a 5. Just a 5.
Not the first time small has made that 2-tie cooler. Did it back at Worldwide Tech.
Still there, 5. Move the push up here. Showing you way up on the apron. You're good in your mirror about 3.
Number 14 to go.
We said a lot about drivers stepping up in big time moments.
1 to the middle, 45, half, 1/4, outside. 5 in your mirror, just a 45.
Gained the spot. Are you ready? Does the gamble pay off? We're about to find
Green
out.
flag.
Automotive restarts.
Still up there on the wall.
Restart Briscoe. He's
Still there. Just a 45.
Logano's going with him. It's the teammates side by side.
7 out back.
With Bowman, and here comes Denny. Up on that highline, Keselowski's pushing Butler down low. Kyle pushes in the mix 2 in the 8. That's mark that Denny Hamlin gained during that crash. David
No pressure back.
to make this move. First 2 guys make the
Denny.
Go there, 45 on the wall.
Will they have the speed?
Clear up.
Lawson.
All clear. 45 with the man up top.
As he goes up,
One off you.
Keselowski. So far, 2 tires.
Yeah, very bottom 45. Clear.
48 on 4.
Grab him and get away. He's going to stall you. Go there, door. Clear.
Bottom, but now he got really tight. Lawson around his teammate with authority. The 5 goes to 3rd. Now he's
go 1-0 to go.
Hamlin's trying to find a way through on Alex Bowman. Meanwhile, Reddick's gone right around the outside. Every lane the 11 chooses gets blocked. He can't find a way. You said it, if he keeps losing positions while the 5 keeps gaining them. Still 12. Get by Logano first. I think he has done it. Sure has. Lawson is on the move. The highest place car that got 4 tires on that last stop. Denny Hamlin through the middle.
Let's go.
Gets 2 for 1 in 1 set of corners. He's now chasing the 5 down. 11 laps to go here in Vegas. Denny's just going anywhere they are. He is willing to put that car in any position. Look at the momentum he gets. Can he get to the left side? He does.
Yes. Up to 3rd.
They're still dragging each other back behind you. Nothing coming.
And how about Chase Briscoe making 2 tires work? He needs to do it for 10 more laps. Larson better get going because that 11 car is flying.
Here, 8.
Briscoe is 10 laps away from locking himself into the championship 4 for the first time in his Cup Series career. And look who's chasing him. The 5 and the 11. Stacked trifecta at the front of the field. The 11 climbs the bank. He's trying to get momentum. The 5, a little defensive line. Oh, they both had a good run on the quarter exit right here, though. Look at that. Briscoe did not roll the center very well.
Go there. Chase.
All right.
Briscoe, Lawson, Hamlin. 2 Joe Gibbs racing. And in the middle is Mr. Hendricks, main man. Briscoe can't go to the bottom here. He ran the bottom of the last lap. If he goes to the bottom, let's see if he can make it work. I think they'll gain a ton of momentum on him here.
8 laps to go.
A better quarter for the 19 that time. These lead trio, they left Logano and Reddick, and then everybody else behind. It's down to these 3. Good quarter for the 11. Big quarter, big momentum out of the 11. Will he have enough time? On board, high, low. Where does the 11 go? He's got to go high. Larson can't get the top. Can he stay in the gas right there? Keep the 5 down the lane. He does it.
Woo!
By the 11.
Let's go.
Larson gave Hamlin the outside. But he's not giving up. Lawson is fighting all the while. It's working better for Briscoe.
Oh, no.
He did it. Lawson back to 2nd.
Oh, I thought Hamlin was in the wall for a minute. Holy crap.
Briscoe says, keep side drafting each other, please. Hamlin has got this outside rolling. 6 laps to go. That one side draft from the 5 might be the answer for the 19. Was that enough? Was that the gap? That half a second gain? Christopher Bell. Joey Logano. Look at the run Kyle Busch is having in the 8. Early in the race, Kyle Busch was in trouble. Here he is in 7th place. Side by side for 2nd. You mentioned it. I had talked about how they had found any speed, but today they had found something that Kyle likes in that 8 car. I think Hamlin's going to get him down the bottom. There it is. Hamlin through. Is there enough time? That is not what Briscoe wanted to see. This 11 car is
Come on.
4.5
We got to get there.
for Denny Hamlin to make the championship for his first championship. 59 wins. Will today be 60? The hot topic within Joe Gibbs Racing not that long ago was
We're closing in.
between teammates. How do they
Come on.
each other?
Top.
Here comes Hamlin.
Full speed ahead. side. Come on.
Goes up on the high side. Remember, it's a 2-tire stop versus a 4-tire stop.
And clear, 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 clear. Let's go. All right, we got to hold on for 3 more laps here. Come on. Briscoe, hold him up. Hold Larson up. Hold Larson up. 3 laps to go.
Speed needed to win this race. It's not over yet, but he's in great position. Remember, he had that shifter issue earlier in the race. The car wasn't great in the first stage. Chris Gale and the crew worked on getting it more comfortable, more user-friendly, more speed out of the 11 for Denny. They've done a great job.
We're gaining away. We're gaining a gap. 2 to go. 2 to go until we go to Phoenix.
Doing all he can. 19. It's going to be a really good day. Not the win they were looking for.
Get to the white. Get to the white.
Kind of leveled out. Bowman is behind him, but not catching him at a high.
Get to the white flag, please.
Great call by that team.
This will be our 6th win of the season. White flag. There it is. We got this one in the bag. We just got to keep it. Get ready for the party, boys. We're going to...
Coming back from those early race challenges. The 44-year-old veteran
Ladies and gentlemen,
is still searching for that championship.
we are going to Phoenix. Let's freaking go. Woo! 6th win of the season. Woo! Yes, sir. We'll have to worry about Dega next week. Woo! Yes, sir. 6 wins. 6 freaking wins. Let's freaking go, boys. 6 wins. Yep. 6 wins. And career win 60. Woo! He's done it.
That's number 60.
Top 10 on the all-time wins list. What a race, man. Oh, redemption from Kansas. Redemption from Kansas. Oh, let's freaking go. Oh, let's freaking go. That, what a drive.
The NASCAR Cup Series tied with Kevin Harvick. 10th on the all-time win list with 60.
Yes. Going to Phoenix. Don't have to worry about Dega next week. Woo-hoo. Yes. Yes. All right, this gives us 2 extra weeks to prepare. Is this the year? Yes. Yes. Oh my goodness. Yes. Yes. That 4-tire stop, man. Yes. Woo. Yes. Yes. Oh, we don't have to worry about Talladega. Let's go. Oh, let's go. First championship 4 appearance since 2021. 4 years. We're freaking back. Oh, my God. Let's go. And career win number 60.
He's won it for his dad, Dennis. Thought he had it a couple of weeks ago at Kansas. But he makes it happen here. And welcome to the championship for Denny Hamlin.
Let's go. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
He had tears in his eyes.
Let's go.
Going around the racetrack. Gonna go grab this checkered flag, and I think that one might be going to Chesterfield, Virginia, to his dad, Dennis.
Yes.
Hell, to Jughead Racing.
Yes.
Championship 4. You still have tears in your eyes. How much were you thinking as you celebrated number 60 about your dad, Dennis? Because you wanted this one for him.
This play means a lot. I usually, it's the point where I kind of give the fans some shit, but not today. I appreciate all of you so much.
Okay.
Yeah, just honestly, I want to say hi to my dad, family, back at home, all the friends that came out here from Vegas, hoping we get 60, but I didn't think we were.
We got career win 60, boys.
Put the pedal down this last 10 laps and made it happen.
How did you make
Yes.
it happen? Because it looked like it might not happen.
Chris did an amazing job on that final stop, getting the car just right, and I just held it down. That's all I could do is just go for it. I felt like I had nothing to lose. Just go for it and try to punch the ticket now, and man, this feels great.
You talked about the dedication you've shown because you feel like your championship window is right now. 7 hours of sim this week, all the effort that went into it. But did you think this has been such a hit or miss racetrack for you guys that it can happen today?
I mean, if you would ask me yesterday, I would have said no.
Continues to show why this is why I'm picking Denny to win the championship this year. 6 wins, most since 2020. I feel most confident since the 2019 season. This is totally I'm psyched, man. I'm totally hyped. Let's freaking go.
I don't know. I just don't know what to say. It was very unexpected. You know, those last 15 laps, I didn't think we were going to win, but I knew I was going to give it all I had.
On so many levels, this one means a lot more. Number for Denny.
Yeah.
This one is for the Hammond family, and Denny is on to the championship.
Yes, sir. Oh my gosh. Career win number 60. We're on the Phoenix. Oh my goodness. Man, first time since 2021. Roll right by Bristol on 4 fresh tires. All right, guys, this is the live race reaction. Denny does it. 60 career wins. And we're on to the championship 4. Don't have to worry about Vega next week. So, let's freaking go. So, man, I'm hyped. And anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this live race reaction stream. This is Preston signing off. Peace out.
I had bad days.